hundreds of thousands of frames. Oh, wait, this was supposed to send out a tweet automatically. Let's see if it actually did that. Now I can run ad breaks. And now a word from our sponsors.
Hey, Gabe,
I forgot what
you
you
never make.
You still don't advertise the pod on Instagram, right, Gabe? Because of...
I
What
just
was it
don't.
again?
I used to.
forgot.
What was it? Well, my Instagram page is private.
Right. Okay,
'Cause,
yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, because of work.
Well,
Even though
right.
work now knows I do commentary. So
Oh.
yeah.
What happened to the CFG Instagram page?
It's still up. It's still up. I just haven't logged in to it.
Instagram is shit. I don't care what anyone says.
I deleted it. I don't even use
The
it.
worst social media platform. Get out of here.
No,
Well,
I think
maybe
Twitter's
Facebook.
worse. I think
I
Twitter's
love
worse.
Twitter. Twitter's my
Oh,
fucking home.
It worked. It actually automatically put out a tweet for us. Let's go.
Nice.
Saves me the work, but it doesn't do it to Discord though.
Is
Let
this
me
a
do that.
simulcast on YouTube as well? What
Yes,
the hell?
it is. We are on
Yeah.
YouTube and
Nitro
Twitch.
Raw, baby.
Yeah, because one of the two platforms is a better platform, and I won't say which.
We're testing the waters with maybe some YouTube stuff, Josh. I said it.
Particular platform is dying.
Here, let me put this notification out on Discord at least, because I still have to do that manually.
Are we live?
Oh yeah, we're live. We're live, pal.
We're locked, pal.
Okay.
We're live, pal.
That's why I was censoring what I was saying about a certain platform.
Pornhub.
right,
We're streaming on
Austin?
Pornhub.
Is that right?
Oh, perfect.
Remember, chat, no venting to us. It's not allowed.
Dude, that was so dumb. I was telling
Wait,
Ajax about that.
pause. Wait, what?
That
His fucking
dude.
response video was even worse.
Oh
That
my
dude
god, it
went
was horrible.
off.
It was horrible.
He doubled down in his apology video.
Yeah, he doubled down and promoted his stream, and he welcomed
Someone
the follower
followed
in the
him.
Video.
Hey, what up, Reese? Yeah, someone followed him like mid, like
He said, "Hey,
right in the
Brody,
middle of his thing.
welcome.
Yeah, he was like, "Welcome,"
Welcome, Brody.
and then he immediately goes, "Maybe I should edit that out," and then he doesn't. It's like, what are you doing? This dude, wildin', bro. It's nuts.
I'm gonna put up a really random GIF that goes with your live.
I
tweet.
go here now. I remember that one.
No, it's not anything to do with it, but I really like it, so I'm just gonna put it in there.
That's
You
fine.
can
Hey,
look at it if you
shout
want
out to Reese, by the way. I've been in his streams like the past
He's
couple
been
of days
putting in
watching
that
him play
work, bro.
watching him play
Reese is a
Supercard,
dude.
and it's been kind of addictive. Like I don't really like mobile games, but watching Reese play Supercards has
Hey,
been
Legion.
fun.
Yo, I play Supercard. Reese, what's good?
It was
I
good.
tried to
Well-
play Supercard a bunch of times, and I just can't do it.
They-
So,
It's
So if any,
I agree with you.
anything
It's
would wanna
not my
get
thing
into,
either, but I like watching people play it.
They,
you know, you guys
they-
should try
no,
Shadow
same.
Legends. So-
no.
I'm just not
They
good
don't-
at it.
So Supercard,
Somehow.
Supercard made it this season. They made the game a lot more like it's friendlier for people who are just starting the game. They made it easier.
Was it a
for
bully before?
You said they made it nicer. He goes, "What was it, a bully before?"
It was a bully before. That game was hard as fuck.
Nice.
Hey, what up,
Boy.
Dar? Says, and we're back for another edition of CFG Talks. And then he says, "Josh,
Josh.
you guys should do a stream
Josh.
of it. I'll teach you." Oh, okay. I mean, I already have BlueStack, so I could definitely do that.
Yeah, we'll have to re-download that
Yeah,
game.
Gabe. I think last time Gabe played was like season 2. They're in
Dude,
season
I
9
log
right now.
on just to take the 2K editions, and then I uninstall it right after, which pisses Austin off. Austin's like,
does,
"Fucking
'cause
give it
it's
to
just-
me."
You can just give me the fucking cards. I'll use them.
Oh yeah, shit! I did the same thing actually.
But part of me likes
Assholes.
that. It pisses him off.
Bro, I
Because
even
I love
offered
him.
to pay you one year, and you're like, nah.
I was like, "Nah." By the way,
I said, bro, I'll give you $10.
speaking of Austin. By the way, hello everyone. Welcome to CFG Talks. It's we got me here, which is Gabe. We got Big Hoss Austin. We got Jonathan here. We got
Finally.
Ajax and a big guest today. Josh Robinson is returning to
Don't
the
be
show
fat.
here. What?
What?
You just called
I
me
would
fat.
never.
You just called me a big guess.
No,
You
like
piece of
popular.
shit.
I'll
Wow.
like popular.
Okay.
The
Alright, I see how it
significance of
is.
it, Josh. The significance.
The significance of my weight. That's what he was saying. Thank you.
No, it's big because you won't be interrupted this time every time.
It's big and girthy, brother.
But I will say
Oh,
I
I
did.
love girth.
I did the
Don't get me
intro.
talking about doodles. You know how I get around.
Oh,
them.
trust me. We spent 2.5 hours talking about doodles on the last CFG Talk. With Justine.
I love doodles. See, this is when I need Justine here because she's
No,
out
we
of all
don't
of
need
you
Justin
is
here.
someone that likes Doodle.
Well, chat, we just want to
We
tell
don't
you
need Justin here.
that, that this stream is not only on Twitch right now. This is simulcasting to YouTube right now as we speak as well. So you guys can catch us on either stream, either on YouTube or on Twitch, whichever one you want. The reason why I did the intro right there is because I want to get this in on the podcast. So Austin's significant other posted a picture of him and her, of of them kissing, a little Ty Mello and Samuel Guevara action going on in the picture.
Oh,
Ew.
that picture. Yep.
So I replied to it. I don't know if Austin saw this. She probably showed Austin. I said,
Wait, no, I don't. What are you
I re-
talking about?
I replied to her story saying, I don't appreciate you sharing photos of mine, Senshi, and Jonathan's boyfriend without all of our consent.
you know what's funny? She Snapchatted me right after that with the screenshot of that and sent it to me.
Dude, she sent me the
Am I the only one who
screenshot
didn't
and
see
said,
that?
it said, the nerve of this man, LOL.
because she didn't send that to me at all.
I was hoping not so I could talk about it here.
Yeah.
So I replied back, yo, I'm funny as fuck. So yeah.
Let's talk about what Jonathan sent her at one time.
What did you send her?
So it was a picture of just Austin, flexing. I forgot what the caption it was.
Nothing new there.
At John Silver. Or
Hossy Hungy.
Just saying, Austin looked great. He looked like
no,
a snack.
No,
Hey, Zach.
you went a little more in depth.
I
than
gotta
that.
here. Let me go back to the snaps because I barely remember what I said.
This is what we do. We just
it was
reply to
around-
Austin's girlfriend about him
Yeah.
all the time.
Let's see, what did I send?
They're always horny. For me.
Oh, I put that
Kinda
made me
bored.
wet as fuck. That's what it was. Yeah,
It's a lot different.
yeah. And then I put he made my manhood shiver. So
What's a bit more going burn?
yeah.
He made my manhood shiver.
That's wild.
Oh man.
And then for the one for today, she sent it to me like what Gabe said, and she just went ahead and said, that we're too greedy for trying to get Austin. I straight up told her she can survive. She'll be fine.
Me and her haven't seen each other in like over 2 weeks right now.
Holy shit.
She had the flu last week, and my family all has COVID this
Oh,
week.
Sheesh.
Ew.
Hey, Aaron, Kenny, everyone's here. Can't believe Gabe predicted Mandy Rose not being in WWE. It's sad indeed. Gabe, you bald bitch. Josh, you Aussie bitch. Sorry, Aussie. You Aussie bitch,
Aussie.
says Aaron.
Aussie.
Dude, I saw you going back and forth with Aaron on Twitter. That
Fuck
was
Aaron.
hilarious. What
Aaron
did
can eat my toe jam.
What did
Ugh.
Aaron say to you? I forgot. But you were like, fuck you, Aaron.
Oh,
was hilarious.
something, and I was like something, and then yeah.
That's amazing. That's all I need to know. But we do have a new question of the day here from Zach. If you could draw yourself as a final boss for anyone to fight, what would you look like and what would your name be? Well, mine would just be Gabe, and I would look like myself. It would just be me.
Yes.
But when you got me to half health, I turned to like a fucking Hulk monster. You know what I mean? But my hair's still nice and flowing, you know?
I would do the same, Gabe. I would be like exactly like me, but the more health I lose, the bigger my dick gets.
Yeah, you have to fight your dick.
He just swings it.
I wonder if I could pull up an image here. In the old Marvel vs. Capcom games, like the final boss, you could fight him normal or like with a big like arm on the screen. If it could be like normal Josh and then just a giant dick on the screen you have to fight.
And I'll just
That'd be
whip
pretty
people
sick.
with it. It's like Bianca Belair's hair. I just whip them with my doodle. Makes the same noise too.
Whoopsh.
Oh, that's great.
I'm on my own.
Yeah, and then
I would be him carry. And the power would be like how his face comes out when he has the mask on. It'd be like that. But I just keep yelling, I am him.
Yeah, I am him. Jonathan, what would yours be?
This one's kind of hard because, like, honestly, I think I'll probably do about like the quarter of the health instead, and then the fucking hair just turns fucking white and just darkness comes out. Then I'll just go full dark mode at that point,
Oh shit!
and then all the health just pops back up again.
This man said I'm about to be a
Completely.
Kingdom Hearts villain. I'm
Hell yeah, bro.
about to piss off the person
Listen.
playing this.
Listen, remember before COVID started, technically I look like one. So
I remember I had you design a character for forgot what it was. I think it was like 2K or something, and it just looked
Yeah.
like a Kingdom Hearts character. I was like, hell yeah.
Well, funny
forgot
enough,
what was his
like the
name.
haircut that Kip Sabian has right now, that's what I used to have
Yep,
before COVID.
I remember that.
I did it
When I was
first.
making the
Is he, like,
CFG mod.
alive? What happened to him?
Yeah, that useless fuck is still around. I mean, he's still around. My bad.
Jeez, it's been Kim
I
for
just
the
slipped
throat.
Came back, made a big return, and has been on Dark ever since.
Yeah.
I
Was
can't
alright.
wait for I can't wait for the guy that Jericho lost to last night to just be on Dark every week.
Oh, that's how I was talking about. I was like, dude, they cannot
Yeah,
fuck this
man.
up. If he's on Dark and not doing anything on TV next week, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I'm gonna be so
I
pissed.
guarantee you.
I'm gonna
I
be
guarantee
so
you.
pissed.
It's how the cookie crumbles in that company.
Oh man, dude, I hope not. Now that they're not focusing on Ring of Honor anymore, like I hope they fucking do something with these people now.
Shout out them
Holy
hiding Ring of Honor behind a paywall.
Yeah, I used to have Honor Club. I only got rid of it because they didn't have the old footage. It stopped at like 2012, and I was like, "This is fucking stupid."
They said like
and I
for
got rid of it.
$10 a month. For $10 a month now, you get all of the Ring of Honor shows that's ever happened.
hmm
You get pay-per-views 90 days after they air live, and you
Yeah,
get
I'm-
Ring of Honor's weekly show.
I'm probably only gonna get it for the old shows because I used to collect the DVDs of them, but now I kind of just want them whenever I can watch them. So I'll probably get it just for those.
That's really the appeal of the service.
Yeah.
Is the old shows.
But I'm sorry,
Give a
Ajax.
shit about Claudio.
What's your big boss character?
Oh, I just look like fucking. Remember Monster Arc from the first Spider-Man PS1 game?
God.
Yeah,
I just look like Monster
game.
Arc.
great game. Good callback there. Paying for Ring of Honor Club just to watch the one ICP match. I forget
Oh my
ICP was in
God.
Ring of Honor.
Have you seen that match?
I don't believe so.
So that entire match, the crowd is chanting for them to get the fuck out of there.
Oh, nice.
Like,
I
get the
believe it.
fuck out, clap.
That's
clap, clap,
amazing.
clap.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Oh
What
man,
did face?
I have no idea. Let me see. Ring of Honor, ICP.
It might have been someone like
Okay,
the
here we go.
SAT.
Omen, Tortuga, and Diablo Santiago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Some jabrones. It was the Outcast Killers. Fucking Outcast Killers. Holy shit. Man, these old 2000s indie names were great.
Oh, yeah.
Josh, what
At
would
one
be
point,
your...
there was 2 match strikers at one point.
Yes, and one of them looked real
Yeah.
funny.
Yes.
One was a Y, one had an I, had a name, right?
Yes.
Yes, yep.
Like
One of them had a-
striker.
The one that wasn't in WWE had a unibrow.
Yes. That's how you distinguish them.
And he had like a
That's
gap
all-
too. He had like a gap in his
Fuck
teeth
outta
and a
here.
unibrow. He was a
Mhm.
Playing EWR, and I'm like, why is there 2 match strikers?
Josh, if you were an indie wrestler, what would your gimmick be?
Ooh, what would my gimmick be?
Yeah.
The Noodle Strangler.
Strangler.
That would just be my
The finisher?
But
The
my,
finisher.
my,
Okay.
my gimmick, I would like to be like a. Let's see. I would like something very boring and vanilla
Okay.
because I feel like the indies need that. People get too crazy with their shit. Like I'd like to be like a salesman or something. You know what I mean? Like
Oh!
something boring.
We have that here in Connecticut. There is a
Oh, yeah,
character.
I'm about to say.
His name is CPA. He is just
Yeah.
someone that
Oh,
does your
yeah,
taxes.
CPA.
He wears a
He's
suit
facing,
and
he's
he's
facing Matt Tremont. That's the
He's-
next
and-
show.
Just because you're wearing that Dunder Mifflin thing, I'd be a paper salesman. There you go.
so his whole thing is that he's scared, like he's scared to be a wrestler, so he like doesn't go to the top rope. He'll inch to the second rope
Oh,
really
yeah, that sounds like
slowly.
something.
He
Yeah,
does a
that's something I'd do.
619,
I'm
but he
really
walks to
lazy.
the rope and sits on the rope and just swings his legs over. It's pretty great. Pretty great. Everyone loves it. But Ophelia Payne. We have Taryn from accounting here.
I know who Taryn from accounting. Yeah, she's a Canadian indie wrestler. It's funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there should be a team.
Also,
And Josh
Ophelia
enjoys
is
a
great.
stable.
She's always in my chat. Ophelia's
Oh,
great. Be
hello,
nice to
Ophelia.
her.
Oh,
No,
nice.
first time here. Thank you for
She
joining. Thank you
does-
for following.
She does like game reviews and shit too for her job. So
Oh,
like,
dope.
Oh,
be nice
shit.
to her.
No, of course.
I
She
think-
might
Please yell at me, Ophelia, if I'm wrong.
she might be a fellow Canadian.
She just puts in the
Yell
chat,
at him in
fuck you,
general,
I believe
Josh.
she is. Yeah, she'll probably like, fuck off, Josh. She's good friends with like
Josh
JJ.
threatened me. She goes, Josh threatened me. I had to show up.
I just threat. Oh, that might have been my tweet that I put out that said, "Just tinkle in your panties."
What?
Oh, yeah.
What? What is the context of that?
Just look at your quote tweets, Gabe, and you'll see it.
Oh boy.
If you know what I like, I'm a big fan of the Bellas, and I just typed in Brie Bella, and just Tinkle Your Panties came up, so I put that there.
Yes, shout out to LPW. Big shout out.
When are you gonna get Brie Bella on the podcast?
You know,
Yeah,
next
let me
week.
call her up right now.
Yeah.
No worries.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh,
Brian,
sorry,
can you
Brian.
come on the show?
Oh, Brian, I didn't mean to call you. My bad. Is Brie?
Why'd you have to call her husband to get permission?
No,
You guys are
well,
weird.
No, my thing was I was calling her and
You
he
guys
picked
are
up.
weird. You guys are weird.
My whole thing was I was
She
gonna
has
call her.
I'm sure she has a phone of her own.
That's what I was doing, but I joked
She
that Brian
texted me
picked it
and
up.
told me she was busy with Birdie.
Why didn't we go to the same thing though? That's the problem. We've been hanging out
Fucking
too
men.
much.
Always just putting men first. Here we go.
No. We
Alright,
do
I'm
we do the
sorry.
same. If you said Seth Rollins, we would have
Bree?
called Becky.
Hi, Bree. Oh no, it's Nikki. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys share a phone.
They share a Twitter account, which is
Yeah,
weird.
so do the Usos.
Yeah, that's true. It must be like a weird twin thing that you have to.
WWE, whatever they tweet, they put Jay at WWE the Usos and Jimmy at WWE the Usos.
Brie and Nikki have to sign their fucking tweets with an N or a B.
Yeah, so did Hulk Hogan, HH brother.
Oh god, not Hulk Hogan. Yikes.
Dude, why
But-
did we both go to that again?
Poop in my gym, brother. HH.
You're the same wavelength today.
But thank you,
Hey,
Ophelia,
brother.
for following, though. And also, thank you, Landon. Thank you, A Ghost Made of Bread, and Shastri1, and She-Devil for following us. Our notifications are broken, and I've been trying to fix them for about 3 weeks now, and they're still not working, so I'm not too sure what I'm doing wrong to fix them, but they are not going through properly. So thank you if you guys follow us and we say it late, or sub or anything like that. We see it late because my notifications are broken as fuck. But what would your theme song be if you were a wrestler? Oh, easy. Mine would be 96 Quite Bitter Beings. 100%.
I don't think it's any question what mine would be.
What's yours? It's definitely a Paramore song.
No, it's not. It's that butt
What?
sex song.
Oh,
What?
is that the Inside of Me? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep riding me.
Yep.
Yeah, that song. That's a great song. He
Josh used to
spreads
sing
my
that.
cheeks and he makes me scream. He's my number one daddy, gonna make him cream inside of me.
Holy
Just
shit.
keep
And
riding
the whole
me.
crowd's gonna sing it
It's
and be like,
just-
oh.
Yeah, because
Like
it's
Joe
just like
Hendry.
the best two worlds. It's like generic pop punk music, which is my favorite thing in the world, and ass, like sex. I love
That is-
gay.
That is such a GCW thing, though. Like,
Oh, it would be so. Trust me though, in that GCW bullshit, that'd be so over.
that would be over as
The
fuck, actually.
GCW bullshit. Damn, Josh.
I've
shooting.
watched one match of GCW in my whole life, and it was Effie versus Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, we were there live for that.
Oh, I love
Yeah, we were, yeah.
Favorite match of all
we were,
time. I
dude, we
love
were
that
so
match.
pissed when not Jeff Jarrett's theme started playing. We were so pissed.
Like it's so weird because I was watching GCW, and I'm like, why would someone like Effie be over in a place like this?
He's
and then
very
he came
over.
out, and I was like, well, he's the most over person I've ever seen.
He is very over. Very, very over there.
He doesn't look like a place that he would be over in.
And then he lost, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
Dude,
Jeff
we were all
Jarrett,
like,
"My
what?"
world.
That show was weird, man, because it was like Jeff Jarrett versus Effie. Then it was like George Janela versus Matt Cardona, and fucking X-Pac came out. It was so weird, dude.
No,
Thunder
not only did
Rosa showed
X-Pac
up.
Came out.
Ruby Soho. This shit was
X-
crazy.
Dude, X-Pac came out to the Run DMC version of the DX
Dude,
song.
I marked
How did
the
it not
fuck
get
out.
sued for that?
We lost
How
our
did it not
fucking
get
minds.
sued?
Yeah. Fucking WWE absolutely owns that theme song.
Yes, they do.
It's in 2K.
Yes.
Make some noise. I better hear that at the fucking Rumble.
X-Pac.
Me and Austin were talking about that.
Yeah, I guess my and like.
What's
who's
your favorite
surprised the
X-Pac
Rumble
match?
X-Pac
Oh,
was
that's a good
came in
question.
Inside a steel cage, I think it was like Armageddon '99 or something like that.
Razor
I
Ramon
don't
versus
know if
1 2
I've
3
wa-
Kid.
I've watched X-Pac matches, but I can't remember one that I've watched.
So,
Sounds about
so
right.
Anything with the X-Pac,
I'm gonna cheat here. I'm not gonna say X-Pac. I'm gonna say him and Bret Hart, but that was when he was the 1 2 3 Kid. But that's a really good
Still
match.
him, but I mean, I didn't watch wrestling back then and stuff like that because I was like, barely alive.
Well,
But
I didn't either, but I went back and watched it.
Yeah, like,
I don't go
work.
back and watch Bret Hart matches. Everyone knows how I feel about Bret Hart. We're not going to get
Oh,
into this.
you're a Sean guy?
Oh,
Absolutely, Is that really that surprising that I'm going to choose
No.
someone that's flashy over someone that can do a good wrist lock? Oh, whoa! Good for you, Bret Hart. I can't wait to watch you do that for fucking 20 minutes. Good for you.
Just shoot in the night.
So
This man-
exciting.
Hey, look,
oh,
listen,
Hey,
I love
listen,
it.
just
I'm a
like
Sean,
Homer
I'm a
did.
Sean guy.
Listen here, you Aussie motherfucker. I am
It's
Bret
my
Hart.
favorite wrestlers of
Don't
all
talk
time are the
shit.
fucking Bella twins. You think I like wrist locks?
I mean, they
Triple
can
H
barely
is a
do a
D+
wrist
at
lock
best.
properly.
Hey, now I'm gonna fucking fly over there and I'll punch you in your fucking dick.
Oh my
Shut the fuck up. I love the Bellas.
I mean, they can barely do
I've
a
got a
body
Bella
slam
Twins
correctly.
Diva.
Yeah.
I've got a Bella Twins Divas title over there. I spent lots of money on that.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Gabe likes Brie Bella.
Kidding.
Oh,
no, I
Gabe
don't.
loves Brie
I
Bella.
fucking hate
Gabe
Brie
loves
Bella
Brie
and her
Bella.
song.
Especially,
No,
especially her
thing,
theme
I-
song. Oh
Brie
my
Bella,
god.
if I had to choose a favorite Bella, it would be Brie because she was head and shoulders. I think she was head and shoulders above Nikki.
He's intelligent.
But and I'll die on that hill. But I fucking hate her song. It's the worst song ever.
How do you think
Um,
I feel? I'll never forget that day.
Oh, that was horrible.
What
My,
a banger.
My favorite X-Pac match, any match where he came out to the Uncle Cracker X Factor theme.
Oh yes.
Uh,
And now never get that back.
X Factor ruled, bro.
Whenever we're in
Yeah.
the car
Man,
together, we always play that song at least once.
I
No
love
matter
those
what.
kind of wrestling themes. Wrestling themes that are like so bad that they're amazing are my favorite thing. Right to Census
Yeah,
theme is the
hey,
greatest
hey,
theme
hey.
ever.
X Factor's theme ain't
Greatest.
bad.
Well, okay.
I mean,
But it's
Uncle Cracker
so bad
sucks.
it's good. Uncle Cracker. What's
Dude,
he
we
has that
chose-
Follow Me song. doesn't he?
We chose an Uncle
Yes.
Cracker
Follow me.
song
Yeah, that's
for
him.
karaoke.
Follow me.
And it got to
Yeah.
the point we were next in line, and me, Austin,
We
and
didn't
Sinai
know
look
the
at each
song.
other. We go, we don't know the lyrics to this Uncle Cracker song. We
It
just
was,
know the main chorus. And even then, we
was
looked
the
it up. We're like,
follow me, everything is alright.
yeah. And even then, we looked up the chorus. We're like, we barely know this. And then Austin walked up to the dude. He was like, "Yo, skip us, skip us." we thought it was
I've
funny
never
for the
done
Xbox man.
karaoke. Is
What?
karaoke fun?
It's
I've
so
never done
much fun.
karaoke.
I feel
Yes.
like karaoke would be in your element, Josh.
You have to go
Yeah, I
go
feel like
for
it would be too.
It's very fun when we're shit faced.
Yes,
Oh,
we get
yeah.
drunk and we just go nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I
fucking
would have a
crazy.
good time. I would sing so much Shania Twain, I feel.
I drink,
Good.
I
You can
drink,
sing as much as you want.
I drink 7 Long Islands and just kind of sing whatever the guys tell me to sing.
Dude, it was
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's wild. Me and Austin sang fucking Linkin Park one time, and these
Oh,
two
yeah,
girls were
you
like,
did.
they were jamming
You
out
and
like they
Sinai-
obviously
you and
don't know the
Sinai
song, but they're
sang-
like, yeah.
You and Sinai sang Jungle Boys.
No,
thing.
I sang Jungle Boys theme.
Oh,
wow,
Sinai's
wow,
microphone was
wow.
turned off.
It's a nice hype man for every song, though.
No, I told the story multiple times. I don't think I told you, Josh, though. But I sing the song alone the whole time, and the
Sinai
80% of the
microphone?
song is oh, and we didn't know that was 80% of the
yeah.
song, and it goes like 6
Yeah.
minutes. At the end of the song, we notice his mic was off. He turns it on. He goes, "Rest in peace, Luke Perry," and that's all he says into the microphone, and then gives the microphone back to the person.
My
I'm like,
God.
Jesus.
My favorite experience there is before you guys went. Me and Josiah ended the night singing Cult of Personality, and the bartender goes, "Yeah, CM Punk, woo!" And he goes, "Guys, come here. First of all, shout on me because you guys like wrestling. Second of all, you guys are sick." And Josiah just goes, "Yeah, man, follow our podcast."
Every non-wrestling fan's probably confused as fuck. Yeah, honestly.
I hate when I meet wrestling fans at any time, really. But I mean, you guys are fun. But
Well, the thing is, I've met like it's weird. Like when I meet wrestling fans, not in a public place, it's great, dude. People like walk up to you and they're like, "Hey, oh, Bullet Club shirt," and you're like,
and you're
yeah.
like, fuck off.
Fuck, yeah.
but then it's never like a fun conversation for some reason. Like if it's a fun conversation, I'm cool with it.
It's
But they're just like,
awkward.
"Oh,
It's
did you see
awkward.
PWG last week?" I'm like, "No, dude, I didn't."
I have
No.
a life that it doesn't revolve around wrestling. I'm
And
sorry.
No,
it's
for
always
God's
those
sakes, I'm at
people-
Walmart. I don't
And
know.
Yeah, it's always those people that can never take a hint either. You'll be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah," and you'll like look away, and they'll still be like, "Oh, so what do you think about this?" And you're like, "Dude, like,
That
I'm trying to order
happened
food."
recently because I was wearing the We the Ones T-shirt from the Bloodline.
This guy was like,
And this
"Oos."
No, this dude goes, "Yo, is that a Roman Reigns shirt?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yo, WWE is so bad. Like they're not as bad as these people. They're so bad." And I was like, "All right,
Fuck off.
it's blood. No one asked."
All right,
Eric?
well, thank you.
It's like thank you for your opinion, man. Like I
Yeah.
don't care. Have you seen, by the way, that Sami Zayn, my dog shirt that he released
Yeah.
for Sami.
Oh my God, it's great.
Yeah.
So good. And it has like an exclamation point with Sammy's face. on it.
That's a
I
great
saw that.
segue, Gabe. Play that so TikTok I just sent you in the
Oh,
chat.
okay. Here, let me see. But
Do the
as I'm
Thanksgiving one after.
pulling that up here, listen, I've ran into people that were like super cool. Like they'll just casually be like, "Oh, you're wearing whatever. That's
Sure.
cool." You know what I mean? That's cool.
I just mean in general, wrestling fans can be pretty. Let's
Yeah,
just be honest, they can be pretty
Yeah.
shit.
yeah. But like
I think
sometimes
I
it'll be
think
cool.
that's how
Sometimes
me
I'll
and
be like,
Gabe met.
yeah, but like sometimes, yeah, like with
Yeah.
Austin, like Austin walked up to me. He was like, because I did my project on CM Punk. So Austin was like, "Hey, you like wrestling?" And I was like, "Yeah." And after that, I forgot what you said after that.
Yeah,
but we were
that's
just-
cool.
We were
when
cool
people
after
are,
that.
like chill about it.
I think,
Yeah.
I think when I
It's
said
weird
that
when
was,
people
can I
just,
sit
like-
with you at lunch?
But imagine after if I was like, "Oh my God, CM Punk, what'd you think about the pipe bomb?" Like,
And it's like,
we wouldn't be doing this right now. That's crazy, Austin. If you never came up to me that day, CFG might not be a thing. That's pretty fucking.
Same thing with English class. Remember back in our sophomore year?
Yes.
That's how I met Gabe too. We
Yep.
see a Punk from all things.
So here, let me pull up the.
Yeah,
let me
see
pull
up
up
Punk bringing together families.
Look at that. But breaking factions.
Here, let me share this in here and get this playing.
Do you guys remember when the Shield debuted? Because that's been 10 years now.
Oh hell yeah,
oh my
dude!
God.
You guys
Oh,
remember
yeah, I
that?
remember.
I think I was a freshman in high school when that happened.
I would have been in 2012. Is that our freshman?
We were sophomores.
Sophomores,
Yeah, we're sophomores.
I was in
November
I was in
2012.
Hampton Beach when.
No,
Yeah,
I
we
would have
were
been a
sophomores.
sophomore as well. Yeah, shit.
Mhm.
We were just starting our sophomore year.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going crazy. I was
Oh,
like, man,
no,
did
Gabe-
you see
Gabe,
that
the other
guy,
one.
Dana Ambrose? He was on the Indies. He was named John
Yeah.
Moxley. Did you see that guy?
I remember I was literally me and my brother were like, "Whoa, man, Tyler Black!" We were actually those people. We're like, "Yo!" All right, let's see if I can hear the
Oh my
audio.
God,
for
yeah,
this.
Jeff Hardy won the WWE Championship for the first time 14 years ago this week.
Holy, I feel old.
Oh,
now.
at
Armageddon
right?
2008. Yeah, 2008.
I remember that.
It's crazy. And then he like climbed the bullshit gimmick thing, and he was like, "Oh, I'm Jeff Hardy, I'm the WWE champ." And everyone's like,
Also, that was
Yeah,
the
like,
best Jeff Hardy face.
And now
Yeah,
Why
we're
would he
alcoholic.
why would he like suck his fingers? I never understood. He'd be like, "Oh." Like,
I
what
know,
are you
it
doing,
looks,
Jeff?
it looks cool.
Why is he
I don't
blowing
know.
I
his brains
feel
out?
like
He's
though when we talk about Jeff Hardy, it's like when you're asking him why he's doing something, it's like it's
I used
Jeff
to love
Hardy.
when he
He's
had like the
Yes.
glow in the dark paint. He'd be like, that shit was awesome. All right, let's see this video. What's this video about?
Gabe,
Let's see.
do the Thanksgiving one. The other one.
You said, oh yeah, I'm an idiot.
Oh, he sent two of them? Oh,
yeah, I sent two.
All right, here we go.
This is the one
That's
that ties
true.
into
Then
the
Matt
my
burned
dogs.
his house down and killed his dog.
His dog got
Yeah.
killed.
I really liked when Matt tried to kill Jeff by running him off the road or killing him with his own pyro. That was my favorite time.
family. Some dysfunctional.
So here,
Oh, I know.
what is this? all about?
Relatable.
Do you remember when your brother burned your house down and killed your dog? Ah,
Yeah,
Thanksgiving,
I remember that.
Thanksgiving 2017.
That little rascal.
Rest in peace.
Hey Jeff, remember when I burned your house down? Version one?
Remember when Jeff mowed Matt's lawn for Revenge and Impact?
Hey Jeff.
Oh no, Matt mowed
I,
Jeff's lawn.
Jeff, I burned your house down, but I can slap a tornado.
And I can dry up a seed.
Man, I wouldn't even have to talk about his dog if he would have kept his mouth.
What's up, my dogs?
Hey,
Oh, I
you know
should be
this
watching
blood
this.
on
You
the
can't hear
loose.
Hey,
this.
chill out.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I
she was
can't hear
invited.
shit.
Oh, you guys can't hear it?
No.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
He's over there having a chuckle. Whatever.
Also-
My dog.
Also,
why
why
can't
does-
you hear this?
Also, why does Bad Bunny's account pop up on the left?
Oh yeah, look at that.
No
Oh, Bad
idea.
Bunny. And The Rock. Oh shit.
Let's see. Can you guys hear this?
I wouldn't even have to
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about his
yeah.
dog if
Yeah.
he would have kept his mouth
What's up, my dogs?
shut. Hey,
Oh.
you know this blood on the loose.
Hey, chill out, Oos. He was invited.
Nah.
And then I said, you're not being very oosy.
Hey, yo, Sammy,
Yeet.
can you pass me the salt?
What do you got to say to me, Jay?
Come on, man. I'm with family, man. I shouldn't have to.
Just say it, Jay.
Can you pass me the salt? My dog.
Of course I can, my dog.
Man, I don't even know who invited Sammy, but whoever did, what y'all trying to do, Oos?
I invited him.
Pop, why would you
Rikishi.
invite Sammy?
I did it for The Rock.
Man, Pops, you say this every year, man. I'm tired of it. Man, I wouldn't even...
And this is the
I just
substitute
gotta count
teacher.
The
him.
Rock.
Yeah, he's the fake Jey Uso.
Hey, Oos, I'm your substitute for today. So when I say your name, just say here, Oos. Marcus,
Heroes.
Alexa,
Heroes. It's the Quaver Shante.
Hey, who you raising your voice at, Oos? It ain't my fault your name a typo.
Hey, you better ask around about me, bro.
He kind of sounds like a Briscoe brother.
Yeah.
You better ask around and see who I am, Oos.
Can we get back to the lesson plan, please?
Nah, cause I got to get him.
Hey, why don't you come and get me then, bro?
What you trying to do then, Oos? Hey, class dismissed for everybody except the Quaver typo.
It's the Quaver Shante, and you
Oh,
better
Quaver
ask around
typo.
about me before you come approach me, bro.
Oh my god. I
That sounds very
never
risky.
really got into TikTok. I still haven't to this day. I don't know why.
I've been stuck on that, unfortunately.
I enjoy TikTok too much.
Just scenes on it all the time. I don't know. I'm obsessed with YouTube Shorts though. I'm all over them. It's basically the same shit, but
I'm about to say, yeah.
That's cute. You and the 8 other people who watch YouTube Shorts. Oh.
Nah,
Listen.
man. Talking about the 2,000 that viewed already the other day.
yo, shout out to the over 2K people that viewed our podcast clips. Shout out to them. We appreciate you, Oos. My dog.
Yeah, the one where
Thanks, my
Justin
dog.
goes, you know that song and goes, "Fuck me in the ass." That clip blew up.
Yeah.
That
That
clip
shit was
blew up,
nuts.
man.
Josh
You know
is
that
like,
song? Yeah, the one that goes, fuck me in the ass?
So what- she's saying it too. She goes, you know that song? It goes, fuck me in the ass. Why'd you have to sing it like?
What the fuck?
Oh man.
She just wanted to say that on the podcast.
I want to know. Gabe said that this week's going to be super structured. We can talk
Yeah.
about nothing that was in Gabe's outline
Then
yet.
let's talk about something in the outline. Let's talk about a current event. Amanda Rose, released from the World Wrestling Entertainment Federation
Posting her boobies.
for posting sexual content online. Josh, what is your take on the John Cena boobies? Josh, what is your take on this?
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't. Well, here. I see it 2 ways, I guess. I mean, to be fair, they are a family-orientated company, and she knew probably what she was doing when she was selling pictures of herself. Well, I took the liberty of signing up to see what she was actually selling.
This man paid the 20.
I could have found it on Reddit.
The 20, it was like $60 Australian, by
Josh!
the way.
Whoa.
And I was
Oh,
like, well, I was like, this is such a waste of money because I'm not going to get off to this at all. But I
Right.
was like curious. No, I wanted to see like what they fired her over. And I'm like, okay, she's showing like full beef shots here. Like she's having a good time.
I sent it
Josh,
to
you
our
could've
friends
just
for
messaged
free.
me. I
I
would have
could've-
sent you that shit for free.
That shit was all
No,
over
but
Reddit
like,
and Twitter.
I was like, what? Because you know how everyone, like, when someone gets released or someone does something and everyone has an opinion on it, like, does anyone actually know any of the, no, none of
we
us
don't know. We don't know.
We don't
what
know
they
if there
were-
was a conversation had. We don't know, hey, like giving her the
So-
opportunity to be like, hey, stop doing this. You can continue working here. Or like,
The-
if you keep doing this, like, we're going to have no choice.
The
I
report
I
does
see it in the same.
say
Yeah,
It
but
was her
what-
third strike.
Dirt sheets are, who do we know?
I-
You know what I mean?
I've been
Like,
seeing these
it's like-
pictures for months, and I always just thought, oh, maybe there's just something in her contract that's letting her do it. But that was before she started putting out the stuff she was recently. So I was like, oh, maybe
like
they're
it's
just
like
allowing.
full, like it's not just like, oh, here's a side
No.
boob. Like it's like, here's my titties, here's my beef. Like have a good
Yeah.
time. Like
yeah,
and
it's
not
full
saying that's a
frontal
bad
nudity.
thing. Like I'm not saying like she can do what she wants. That is
100%,
fine, and I'm not
100%.
against anyone doing that. But also, you are working for a publicly traded company,
Yeah.
whether you're an independent contractor or not. That's not the time for this conversation. But like, you're putting up explicit content of your and like kids watch this show, and you're a poster person
Yeah.
for a brand. You can't be doing. In my opinion, I feel like I probably lean towards more of what they had. They had to do what they
Yeah.
had to do.
Mhm.
Listen, didn't everybody for the last 413 days complain that Mandy Rose wasn't good enough and Mandy Rose doesn't care about wrestling, but the day she gets released, everyone's
Everyone
like,
loves her.
we love you, Mandy Rose. You're the greatest wrestler we've ever seen. I'm like, make up your fucking mind. And everyone's like, this. I did see a funny meme, though. It was like Amanda Sunflower is all elite. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I saw that
"That's
too.
funny." I was like, ha ha ha. But to be honest, yeah, I lean towards more of like WWE had to do what WWE, and I know
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be like, Josh, only watch, whatever. You want to call me a shill? I don't really give a shit. I say what's bad and what's good. But in my opinion, if you were running that company, I don't think you would be like an 8-year-old girl watching this shouldn't, because people leak things. It's not like, yeah, okay, it's one thing, it's behind a paywall, but that means nothing in 2022. Anyone
Yeah.
can see anything they want. So like, but yeah, it's like it's not just like fun little like I'm Mandy Rose and I'm hot. It's like here's what it's like to see inside of my vagina.
And if they jump to firing her without like any warning, of course that is like, okay, maybe there should have been
Yeah.
like a suspension, but we
also,
don't know.
she signed
We don't
a
know.
contract, dude.
Exactly.
She
you
signed a
should know.
contract that says all of these things, like you can't
Yep.
be, doing this kind of stuff. So like you're in breach of your contract. Whether you're
There's
people are gonna be like
toys
independent contractor.
hitting
also
Walmart with
was-
you.
She
Yeah,
was
like, you know what I mean?
suspended last year when they suspended Zelina Vega for having an OnlyFans. She was also suspended at the time for having that website. And that
That's
was back
correct.
when they had the mandate put in. My guess is if they
You turn
fired
southern
her,
real quick.
sorry.
Mandate.
My guess is if they fired her like that, there had to have been multiple discussions.
Yeah.
Obviously, if
Like
she was
it is
suspended last
it is
year-
what it is, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, they branded her as this like sexual. I'm like, yeah, but there's a difference in being branded as like sexy and then have it. She wasn't naked on NXT television. And again, I'm not saying she can do what she wants. Make your money. Like
Mhm.
you're probably making way more money from doing this than doing W. Like
100%.
wrestling does not matter.
She just
Go
made
and
an
do your
extra
thing
$60.
and make your exactly for some little gay boy that's like, oh. That's what I did when I opened it. I was like, ah! I was like, what's going on here? But like, also
Froze
like,
his phone.
do your thing, girl. And it's not like I'm blind. Mandy Rose is hot as fuck. Like she can make some money on this shit and like do what you do. So yeah, I'm all for her doing what she wants to do, but also like people get so defensive because it's WWE sometimes, I think, and I know some people and a lot of people have the right to hate WWE,
Yeah.
trust me. But also
Me
like
included.
they're a company and they have to do what they
A
have
lot of
to
people
do.
have jumped towards like the argument of, oh, this is like anti-sex work, and it's like it's not. It's think about it, if
So
you're a
here's-
publicly traded PG company,
They
you
gave her
got-
the
you gotta
choice.
think about
Like
it.
they didn't
Yeah.
say you have to stop.
Yeah.
They said if you want to work here, stop doing it. But if not,
You have to
do
think
your
about
thing.
it. Yeah,
Like,
if you're just doing it on your own whim, if you're on the indies doing it, that's different than you're with a publicly traded company that children watch this company whether people like to admit it or not. This is made for kids,
Yeah.
and if
Yeah.
Mandy Rose is out there, spreading
I
it
just
for
think
people.
it's funny because it's not that long ago that WWE had a relationship with Playboy.
But they
Like
they
we're
profited
talking
off
like
that.
2000.
Sure.
We're
Yeah.
talking like 2008.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And they were
so
still
2008
marketing to
is when
kids
that-
then.
2008 is when the Playboy
Ended,
partnership
wasn't it?
ended.
yeah,
Yeah, but that
when
was
they
that
went
was, that was
PG.
the last year that they had. They
Yeah,
had it.
that
It
was-
in-
that
it
was-
in
I think
2008.
Mania was the last time they ever featured like a Playboy thing, and then they went PG just after Mania in 2008.
Yeah,
so they
so
were like,
they-
"Fuck that shit."
Yeah,
Like,
But
and
my
a lot
thing
of
with-
people have that argument is like, "Oh my god, they used to do Playboy." I'm like, "Used to is a long time ago."
And Playboy
Yeah,
was a
but my
big
thing
deal.
with WWE is
Yeah.
that they like to fence it a lot. They're really big fence sitters because though I'm sure you've heard that story about Athena where she talked about how like WWE wanted her to be more sexy.
Yeah,
So they'll go up to girls and be like, hey, maybe we put you on TV more if you showed a little bit more skin, ha ha ha, lol. But then when someone does it, it's like this big fucking deal. So like, which one is it?
I get
I
it. But
feel
for
like
that,
with WWE, you get mixed signals all the
Here's
time with what they
thing,
want.
I think when it comes to, and I don't want to make this like but it's a women thing. Like people are like,
It definitely is a women thing, 100%.
and it's not even just in wrestling. It's just
Mm-hmm.
in the entertain. It's in life in general. Like women have to look a certain way, and women have to portray themselves a certain way. But also, don't do anything too crazy because then you're a skank and all of this kind of stuff. But then also, but show us your butt cheeks, but not too much. It's like,
Yeah. But so they can't win either way because
No.
it's
Yeah,
like,
'cause
well,
there's too many double standards when it comes to that stuff.
yeah, it's like, well, we want you to show some skin, but if you show too much skin, then we can't have you. You're
yeah,
a
it's
hazard.
like if you look at, I feel like, who did I see talking about this the other day? Weirdly enough, I think it was Viola Davis, the actress.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know who
she
she
was
is.
like, she's like talking about like women in box office like draws. You know, how there's like that stigma that women can't draw in a box office. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
Whatever. She was like, she goes, you look at me and I'm not the absolute epitome of what like a beautiful woman is. She's like, that's not who I am or what I'm not portrayed as. And it's like, I can't draw money because I can't do a certain thing. It's the same in wrestling. They just think like they have to have skin showing to be able to draw money. And like, I know that stigma's changed a little bit, but it's still there. And I think this is the perfect example. Like, again, I don't want to hear anybody say like, I hate people that are anti-sex work in general. Like, do your thing. But where's the we're still learning the lines of where we can go and where we can't go and what we can say and what we can't say. And it's just like a mess, to be completely honest. But also, I guess still when you're in that kind of zone, I feel like, and I'm not going to speak for Mandy, but I feel like she would probably know what she was doing. You know what I mean? Like
You
she'd
had to.
probably have an idea of like, I'm going to get in trouble.
Well, that's where I
Which
think...
I'm gonna go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. No, you're good.
Like another thing was that one of the arguments that people were talking about, it's like, oh, but Paige did this years ago with
Those
the
were
NXT
leaked.
title. I'm like, here's the thing. Though exactly, those were leaked.
Yeah.
Mandy
She wasn't
posted
profiting
these.
off that.
And
Yeah,
to be
that-
fair, Paige was
that's the
still
thing.
punished for that. She was taken off
was.
TV and suspended and off TV for 2 years.
That is correct.
Mhm.
Plus,
So I'd like to
argument with
propose.
this-
I'd like to propose this scenario. Do you
Yes,
think
I
a
will
male?
marry you.
Thank you, Josh. I would love to marry you as well.
Mm.
Do you think if a male wrestler had an OnlyFans slash,
He
you know,
would get
type of
suspended,
deal
he
that
would
Mandy
get
Rose had?
fired.
Yeah. Do you think
Yeah,
he'd get
suspended.
shit canned like Mandy would? Because I don't think he
No,
would.
He wouldn't get fired. He would get suspended because
I
his
suspended
penis
as well.
is- oh my god, whoopsies! You got your penis is out. Ha ha ha! But
So
like,
that's why I
girls
think
do it
it's
and they're-
that's
they're
why I think it's not
hoes.
fair for
It's not.
Mandy
I'm
or
not saying.
for anyone else.
Again, I don't think it's necessarily fair. I just I understand where they're coming from, but it should be a standard across the entire. You can't pick and choose just because it's column A and not
Yeah.
column B. So I understand what you're saying. I'm not discrediting you, but
For them, the argument is it's not fair that she got fired, but at the same time, they're a publicly traded company, and they are challenging the woman on their roster to portray themselves as sexier, but at the same time, they're not promoting softcore porn.
Here's
Mandy
also
Rose
what I
promoted.
don't understand about it, right? So I don't think, I mean, and I mean, you guys can say what you want. I really don't think that they gave her a warning about anything.
She was suspended last
I
year
think-
for it.
I think they did.
That's
I think
warning
they,
enough.
Yeah, I think they would have, and like they
Because
may
I
have not
think
have.
they
Again,
only-
we don't know shit, so they might not have. They might have just been like, "Fuck you, you're fired."
I'm
I don't
assuming that they found out the day that all those leaks came out on Twitter. I think they found out probably that day or the day after.
Oh, no doubt, because I don't think the plan was for. I knew something was up. They definitely found out Tuesday because it didn't seem like their plan was for Roxanne Perez to win the NXT title.
Oh,
That
at
felt
all.
that felt very last minute.
Yeah,
Everything
that was,
about that felt very last minute.
like even like comment. I know Booker T was playing up to like Roxanne being a student, but Booker and Vic Joseph like played it like they were genuinely shocked that happened. Like it seemed like even they didn't know that was
I
gonna
don't
happen.
I don't really watch WWE that much, but I watched that match and I was really surprised that Roxanne won. But I was also just like really surprised that like it felt like they were giving up on Mandy instead of just like giving her a slap on the wrist or just being like, hey, like we'll send you home for like a couple of months and just wait for this to die down and then we'll bring you back.
No, but listen, if I'm Mandy Rose and I'm
ain't coming
probably
back.
making more money,
Dude, they make a
just
shit
Mandy
not
said-
ton of
Mandy
taking
said she rose
bumps,
her
not
price.
traveling.
She tweeted
I
saying
agree with
she was
you,
big affiliate.
100%. I agree with you, Josh. But also think about this: she had two incomes.
Yeah, that's true.
Now she
it's
on-
not
and
like
now
it's
she
not
only
like
has
she'd be
one.
making. Mandy would have still been making main roster money, yeah.
Maybe she would.
Yeah, when she got moved to NXT, I remember there was a report that came out saying she was still on the same salary she was on for main roster.
So she's still making six figures, let's say.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Sure.
She tweeted about the release actually, and I think she said something.
Like the
What
site's
was
not
it?
going anywhere. She put out, didn't she?
Yeah, she said.
Yeah,
something
originally
about the site's
she
not going
locked it
anywhere.
at first, and then she unlocked it, I think.
Good for her.
Oh no, she deleted
Yeah.
it.
But I
Yeah,
think
she deleted
think
the tweet.
I think she wrote it on her site. To be completely honest, I think it was like a post on her site.
Maybe.
She would, because I feel a lot of people are like, oh, she had an OnlyFans. Where is it? And everyone's like, no, it's not an OnlyFans. It's like a personal website that she's like selling
Yeah.
a subscription to.
Yeah, there we go.
But like, it's
It was on
the
her
whole
page.
situation. What I hate the most is that when stuff happens like this, everyone and their fucking dog has an opinion on it. It's like, shut up. We don't know anything.
Here's
really.
This
And I
actually
hate.
just came
Well, you
out.
know what I really hate? You know what I really hate when people are like, well, I don't think Mandy Rose is a very good wrestler, but I'm not happy she got fired. I'm like, that doesn't so irrelevant right now. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need to say that.
Well,
My
I'll say
only
this.
opinion-
I'll say this though.
My only opinion on the situation. Sorry, Gabe.
Oh, no,
Go
you're good.
ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say just really quickly. I think when we were talking about like that line of sex appeal on TV as opposed to this, I think that line is kind of if you're showing just like lingerie stuff like she was doing at first. I think that line is similar to what you're showing on TV because it's not much different.
Yeah, that's
But when you're out there like rubbing yourself on camera and like spreading it open for the world and naked with Tino Sabatelli in the shower, like bending over with him, I think that obviously, like, that's not the line. You're past the line at that point. Like, you know what you're doing. That's not what's happening on TV. But
this came out.
I think that
By the way, that was my favorite part of the whole experience. Seeing him. I was like, thank God.
But real quick,
I was like, thank God.
But real quick before Austin goes, I genuinely think, I know people are going to disagree with me. I think that if there was a character who was a guy on TV who was portrayed as like a playboy type character where he was just like supposed to be attractive on TV, but then he's out there behind a paywall like jerking off on camera, I think the same thing would happen to him would happen with Mandy because it is going past the line. I think it would happen.
Maybe.
And then again, but the only thing we have to go off is people getting leaked in the past. So a guy has never really done that and profited off of it like that, really, that I can think of off the top of my head. There could be, but freaking they found out what's his name did porn and they fired him too. I mean, he should have been fired, but Lars, yeah, remember he did the porn and then
he
they
didn't
canned
just do
him.
any porn.
But he
that
also was problematic.
Did gay porn,
and he was also very problematic. But that was definitely the straw that broke the camel's back with that.
I don't like Lars, but I didn't necessarily agree with them firing Lars because of his past.
I don't think
because he did gay porn like years ago.
I think that just kind of added into why they fired him. There was more that came out.
I think they were looking for a reason to fire him.
Yeah.
Well, they had the homophobic post that they found from him was what really got him fired, I think.
There it is.
So yeah, that's different. I'm just talking strictly about like the gay porn.
But I'll say
stuff,
listen, if that's what she's doing to make money, fucking go ahead. If you're making six figures in this,
she's hard.
Don't stop.
She's
like just keep going.
Fuck. Go off, man.
Like just keep going. I don't do it for as long as you can. Like don't turn into Sunny though. You don't want to get into Sunny territory, but you want to stay away from that. But
if she's really smart, she should do that and modeling.
Yeah, that's what you do.
That's it. That's all she has to do.
Make this into a
good for her.
Like you're not hurting your body like every other day or whatever she was wrestling, whatever they did.
Yeah.
Like you're not traveling. You can do this literally from your home. Like
and you're not doing straight up porn yet.
Yeah, it's not like you're like I don't know where we're gonna get with it, but
a report came out today a couple hours ago. That's from this grain of salt. It's from a supposed source from within the company. There was a meeting, and Matt Bloom brought to Shawn Michaels, told him some of the stuff that she's been putting on her service, and told Shawn what was there. And Shawn's immediate thing was, we got to get the title offer immediately. Switched around the whole show, got the title offer. They had advertised the match for January 10th at the start of the NXT episode. That's where they were probably going to do the title change. Perez was going to win the title January 10th, but it was not going to be this week. Then, of course, right after that, they got the title off of her and they fired her. She's had the service and it got popular and lucrative. She's gotten warnings multiple times and she decided to go further and further with it. At first, the NXT officials were okay with it because it wasn't full nudity, but then Manny decided to push the line of what they were telling her not to post, and she crossed it. They believe that they had no choice but to get rid of her in that situation, as they had warned her multiple times. They promised sponsors a cleaner product as far as who people are. They had one final conversation with her, and Mandy was not convinced that she should stop doing the service, so they decided to let her go.
There's bits and pieces of that that I believe. There's also bits and pieces of that I don't know really that I believe as much.
I don't believe Shawn Michaels not knowing about anything. It's been on the unknown thing.
He would have been like, Mandy, where are you?
Okay, that was good. I don't believe.
That's not very Christian of you.
I don't believe that they
At least
had
put
this
a title.
I don't believe that they had this planned out. That Roxanne was going to beat her in January. I think what happened is probably that set of tapings. They're like, who the fuck are we going to have beat Mandy? And then they saw Roxanne. They're like, Roxanne, come over here.
Roxanne is their most strongly built babyface that they have.
Also, Roxanne won the Iron Survivor Challenge.
So she was number one contender.
They
I actually watched that.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad. It was good.
They announced on deadline that the match was taking place January 10th. They said, like, when they were running down upcoming NXT, they said Mandy Rose was defending against Roxanne Perez on January 10th.
At New Year's Evil or something like that, weren't they?
Yeah, New Year's Evil,
Yeah,
That's
so
their like big show with New
it's-
Year's Evil.
but yeah, like I actually watched that NXT show, and like it was actually that was the first NXT show I've watched like in a long time. Like I haven't watched
was
NXT
good.
in a long, and I was like, I'm home. I was like, let's just put this on, and it's actually because we don't have the WWE Network anymore. That got canned in
Oh,
Australia.
we
have
haven't
like
had it for so long.
yeah, so it's on like another streaming service that
Join
we
the
have
club.
here, and then it's on like
We got
our
it on the
cable.
cop.
Like there's a channel, so like there's a
Oh.
Ooh, like
24/7 channel.
24/7. I
So
used to
we
love
get,
24/7.
but it gives you Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and the premium live events included in like the channel. So I didn't
Oh.
even like, and
That's
then
fire.
on like yeah, and then like on like the actual like cable box that I have, all the on-demand stuff's on it. So I'm like, well, this is just a part of what I'm paying for. So like, cool,
Might as
like
well.
it's just all here.
I wish they did that.
But yeah, so I put it on. And I watched the NXT. What was it called?
Deadline.
Yeah, Deadline. Those two Iron Survivor
They were fun.
bullshit things, they were actually like fun. Like they were
Yeah.
like fun matches, especially the dudes one was real good.
Mhm.
And that Grayson Waller lad one, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, he didn't fucking go. I remember I didn't like this motherfucker.
As soon as he won, my first thought was, "Oh, Josh is gonna be pissed."
He's just like so I've met guys that are like him, and they sound exactly like him, and they're tossers.
It was weird because they announced the Roxanne Mandy match for New Year's Evil, but then they proceeded to announce that Grayson Waller versus Braun Breaker would be at Vengeance Day.
You're
which
about
is
to
the
call
next
him
premium
Bronson
live event.
Steiner.
I was
And
gonna call him
that's
Bronson Steiner.
That's like they're back on
Shout
they're
out
back on the
EWR.
road now, aren't they? NXT,
Yeah,
they're going to
that's,
Charlotte.
February 13th, I think, in Charlotte, North
4th.
Carolina. February
believe
4th in
4th.
Charlotte.
Bring shows
Yeah,
back to
in
Connecticut.
Charlotte. So like that's good. They
Carolina.
can start get back on the road. But yeah, like NXT was actually good. And again, that was the first one I watched. I don't watch AEW really at all, but I watched whatever their last fucking pay per view
Full
was.
Gear.
The one where Paige
Full Gear.
wrestled on it. It's the Ray 3.
Full gear.
I watched that show and it went for like 16 years, and I was like, wow, I'm tired.
They have such
Dude,
long
there's
pay-per-views.
midday.
No.
Their B pay-per-views are like WrestleMania length.
So long.
It's ridiculous.
And they say it's because they don't have a
WWE
lot
shows
that
are like
year, but-
3.5 hours. Like even their big shows.
That's
are
how they
like
used to
3.5
be.
hours, and I'm like, and it's good. Like that's a good length. I'm like checked out by
Yeah.
then. I'm like,
That's how they
okay,
used
this
to
is
be, and then they
enough.
changed them to 6, and I was like, fuck.
that shit's
WWE
tough.
has like perfected like how they should be running. They've been 2.5 hours lately, except for the big shows. Big shows are like 3.5 hours.
As it should be.
Boom,
Which is
perfect.
fine.
It
And
works
there's less
perfectly.
matches I've noticed on
Yeah, they're
WWE
running-
shows. That's
they've
like
been doing
5, 6.
5
They
to
try
6
to add
matches.
more onto
It's
these
so
shows to
good.
feel like you're getting your money's worth, and it's like I can take a show with 5 matches and feel like I got my money's
Yeah.
worth. I don't need
Yeah,
Like
me too.
I
15.
believe like Full
everyone
Gear
doesn't need to
had
be on the
like
card.
Full Gear with the whatever they call their pre-shows.
Yep.
They had like 16 matches altogether, and I'm like, this is far too many matches. This is like 10 matches too many, and it was just like one after. There's the only thing I don't like. I don't hate AEW, but the thing I don't like about their pay-per-views, there's no break. It's just
Nope.
like
Yeah.
match up, and I'm
Agree.
just like, oh my god, like I know WWE can get really tiresome with their vignettes and all their but
Mm-hmm.
at least I can just like grab a snack. I can go to the toilet. I can just chill for a minute, like look at my phone. I feel like I'm constantly just having to watch this whole show. And for that reason, like I don't pay attention to some matches because I'm like, I've just got to chill here for a minute. I don't care about this enough to
Mhm.
continue to watch 6, 10 or however many it was. There is such thing as too much wrestling.
I
And
think-
too
There's also,
much
like,
wrestling.
I'm hoping with the
a
Ring of
lack
Honor
promos.
being taken out, I'm hoping it
Yeah.
eliminates some matches from there.
I sure
But
hope
even
so.
Yeah.
even before Ring of Honor, last year they were still
Yeah.
like 14 to 16 matches. a
But for
pay-per-view.
some
just-
reason,
Understand
even
getting
then,
people on the card,
but for some
fuck.
reason, even those shows that were long before, like that around that time period, they went by a lot faster. They feel like they went by. A lot
You know
faster
why
than they
though?
do
I think
now.
the AEW freshness has worn off. We're
it's starting
really
to-
expecting
Yeah.
of what, like it's becoming familiar. Like this is how a Dynamite rolls. This is how this show rolls. We know how their kind of formula works, and I
Mhm.
feel like that's been a big thing this year with AEW is that feeling has worn off. And
Well,
people
that's
are
why I'm
like, "Wow,
happy-
Is this as like incredible as I thought it was, or is it just different?
Well, that's why I'm happy they threw in a curveball last night. It really got people talking, and it felt like an older, like a pre-COVID show, which was great because the crowd was really hype. But they really threw a curveball in with that Action Andretti match. Like no one was expecting that, and I love shit like that because it makes you feel like anything could happen, and I don't know. It was a cool. It
Jericho's
was a
the
cool
one that
moment.
wanted that to happen.
It was a
too.
cool fucking moment,
Yeah.
man.
Mhm.
They just need to capitalize on it. I don't know if they will, but I want them to. I watch AEW more than anything else, just because
That's
I have more time to watch that, so I want to see them do things right.
That's the thing that pisses me off the most of AEW is Tony doesn't know how to capitalize on
Mm-mm.
people's popularity or steam. Like if somebody is like being booked and the fans are getting behind them and everyone wants like a heel to turn face, Tony won't turn him face. Or
Oh my
like
God.
vice versa, Tony won't turn somebody heel if like the crowd is turning on him. He'll try to get as much face momentum out of somebody the crowd hates. Like the Swerve thing. Swerve and Keith Lee, their breakup should have been done months ago.
And then it happens on Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
And then, but then they're like, all right, next week on Rampage they talk. Oh, well, spoiler, sorry. On Rampage they talk, and next week on Dynamite they're having a let's get back together and tag team again.
Oh my god.
Like how
again?
many? Because so now you're making Keith Lee look stupid. Then you're making like Swerve, who could be one of your biggest heels
But
in the company. Oh fuck!
making
Oh,
Keith Lee look stupid is not
My
hard to do.
eyes! My eyes!
you're the momentum for Swerve to turn heel is starting to fade because everyone's like, all right, well, this jackass is just gonna turn on
This
Keith Lee. And Keith Lee's
jackass.
gonna be stupid. Keith Lee's gonna be stupid to just get back with him because he's dumb.
Yeah.
And then
I-
like they'll bring guys in and they'll give them like a couple wins on Dynamite, and then they're just on Dark every week, and we don't see them for 6 months.
That's something that all companies are doing that I hate, where they're signing people for no reason. I do not like,
Mhm.
because at least the signing from this past Wednesday with Action Andretti, I'm hoping it's something they build off of, but there's a reason behind it. People now want to see more of him, so you sign him. AR Fox had a good match. People want to see more of him, so you sign him. Same thing with Bandito, but now Bandito got signed, had one match, 2 matches, hasn't been seen since. He's been on Dark.
Yeah,
I
so
listen.
what they've
I
been
watch
doing-
AEW and I love AEW. I don't fucking watch Dark. I don't watch Dark.
I don't either.
I don't, and people
Tony
that
said
say they
it's
watch all of Dark,
straight
you're
up.
liars. You don't watch all of Dark. You watch for the one
Well,
match that
Tony-
you're looking forward to, or you watch the clips online. No one watches
Right.
Dark like that.
Tony
I'm an
said
AEW
straight
fan,
up
I
that
say
one of the problems that he was, because somebody brought up them just signing people and we don't see them for months upon months. And Tony said it's because a lot of the guys who've been signing is for the Ring of Honor roster, but Ring of Honor doesn't have a TV show. And then it's like, okay, well, keep it like even if you're using them every like 3 weeks or so
Do
on
something.
Dynamite or Rampage, you have 4 hours of TV time. You can make use of it. It doesn't have to be the same guys. John Moxley doesn't have to have a blood match every single week.
My god, I know.
Yeah, you can highlight
Cheers.
some other guys. I'm hoping with Ring of Honor now we're seeing a lot of those guys. Because listen, I'm gonna get Honor Club for the footage. I'm gonna watch every week because I can watch it on my free time at work on my phone, so I'll be able to watch that. So I'm hoping that's true. I'm hoping he's signing people for Ring of Honor because if he is, there's some phenomenal names in there, phenomenal people that he can use on TV. So it's like it'll be insane once it starts. So I'm hoping it's successful. My question is, how the fuck are they going to film Ring of Honor? Is it going to be its own separate tapings? Is it going to be filmed?
I think it's going to be its own
Dynamite?
separate tapings.
I don't know
Either
how it's
on
gonna
separate tapings or they'll film it at the Dark taping.
Because financially, how the fuck do you support
Wow.
Ring of Honor that way?
because
If
because
you have everything behind just a paywall,
Yeah.
they
you fund it
already
just on
filmed Dark.
pay-per-views?
They already filmed Dark at Studio One or whatever at Universal.
Yep.
And they'll probably. I'm assuming
Just
they'll
move
probably
that
be
out.
safe.
Move that out and
Well,
put Ring of Honor in there. Move that
I
out.
was just about to say that.
That's what they should have
You
done
have
for
to
last
remember,
year.
tapings is really cheap. It's a lot cheaper than filming it live
Yeah,
because you can film it in batches.
that's what I'm saying. Like, move them out of the Impact Zone where they are at, and then you move in. Look at Austin taking a selfie. Oh no, he's not.
Yeah.
Oh, you are. And you move in Ring of Honor, and people will go to that. I'll go to Florida if I'm ever in Florida. I'll go to
Oh,
Ring of
yeah.
Honor.
Shit.
I always want to go to TNA, and I never did, but
I did.
listen, you did.
Speaking about Ring of Honor and AEW, the AEW roster is so bloated that I remember when they signed Blake Christian. I want to say 3 months ago, something around that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
He was
so
on
they
our-
signed
What I
Blake.
mean,
They signed Blake Christian a couple of months ago, and they didn't use him right away. I have it on good authority that he's not on a pay per appearance deal; he's on a salary deal. So Tony was basically just paying him not to do anything,
Yeah,
which
That's
is
basically what they're doing half the roster
blows
right now.
my mind.
that's what people are like. Oh, Miro needs to leave. Miro's not gonna leave, dude. He's getting paid to do nothing, sit home.
Oh, yeah.
I'd do the
Yeah.
same shit. If you're telling me, oh, I can travel constantly and be miserable and travel all around the world if I don't want to, for the same amount, or just sit at home for the same amount of money, I'm sitting at home.
Perfect.
I'm not
But if
hurting.
you-
I'm not hurting my
That'd
body
just-
for the
That'd
same
just
amount of
come on
money.
Twitch all the time.
Miro,
Fuck yeah.
it seems like Miro's miserable about it though, because he keeps complaining about it.
Yeah,
He's
because
gonna-
Miro wants to be on TV.
Miro
wants
wants
to
Miro,
be
no,
on
Miro
TV,
wants to be
yeah.
a world champion, and Miro's not
Yeah.
going to be. So
Yeah.
he's mad
Yeah,
about
no.
the same reason why he left WWE. That's the thing.
Go to
Austin,
Impact.
you and I talked about this. Where like people are leaving these companies to be world champions elsewhere. They're not going to be. It's just not how it works. That's not how
Yeah,
it's going to work.
It came
People
out
have to
that-
realize that.
Actually, Tony Khan talked about it at the same presser because they asked about guys like Miro and Andrade and stuff like that. And he said with Miro in specific, he said it was a case of they had creative plans for Miro, but Miro didn't want to do what they. So Miro was supposed to be in Ethan Page's position of being kind of a comedy upper mid card heel and kind of facing like the future world champions.
Well, he's not even
and
really comedy anymore.
Miro didn't want to do that. So then Tony Khan said, "Okay, then we have no creative plans for you." And he said Miro's just sitting out the rest of his contract unless we can come on to terms with a creative plan that doesn't involve him being world champion.
I just think if people
But I
can take
don't-
these negatives and turn them into positives, they put the effort into it. Because people like Ethan Page are going to show that they can do this and be a good hand, and I believe it will pay off. Because he did that shit in Impact too, where he was he was a good hand,
I mean-
good tag team guy, he put over a lot of guys, and it worked out for him, and he got a lot more
like
wins
with
after that. The
him.
team broke up.
I mean, I guess, but I'll be honest. Ethan
Whoa!
What?
Ethan Porn. Whoa!
Ethan
That should be his new
Ethan
gimmick.
Page. Ethan Page has been fucking boring this year. Like
This
just
year, yeah.
every
He needs something.
his promos have been boring. Like just he hasn't really had good matches in my opinion. And I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler. He's not a bad promo guy, but he's had a really bad year in my opinion. It
The
just
weird
hasn't
thing-
been his year.
The weird thing with him is I've been hearing. I don't watch Dark or Dark Elevation.
I don't
And
either. Yeah.
I've been hearing that the Ethan Page Matt Hardy feud is the best thing going on in AEW right now.
But who
Chris
gives a shit
Brown-
about
who
Matt
watches
Hardy?
But then like who gives a shit about Matt Hardy and who gives a shit when the best storyline is happening on Dark and Dark Elevation? And then they try to weave these things into stuff like the Diamond Ring Battle Royal last week, and the crowd could give two fucks about their story in that match.
No
No one knows what's
Nobody
going on.
about, yeah.
It's so random for us. Kenny just said Josh is writing down that name for his wrestling name, Ethan Porn. Because right when he said it, you looked down and your arm started moving to like he's writing it down.
You know why my arm's moving? Because I'm fidgeting with a fucking Godfather.
Godfather!
That's amazing.
I'm just like,
Godfather!
what the, get on the whole train or whatever the fuck he said.
Josh has a pimp
You know-
is something I was not expecting.
You know what else about Matt Hardy is? I feel like everyone who's associated with Matt Hardy, like all of their heat just fades away. Like they put private
Automatically,
part,
Yeah.
they put
it
private
Fades
party
away in
with Matt
class of.
Hardy. It's obsolete.
That's what happens when you pair someone with the subpar Hardy. I don't care what anyone says. Jeff was
Yeah,
a star.
well, when they put private party, listen, pre-COVID, AEW private party was like the #2 babyface tag team. Nowadays, they're just a fucking jobber tag team, which sucks because those guys are good.
And they're funny online. If they let them do the shit they're
They
doing
really
online,
are.
they
They
did it with
are.
Ethan Page, where they cut that promo with him, and he goes, "It was orgasmic." And he moaned in Ethan Page's ear, and Ethan Page is trying so hard not to laugh. I was
It
cracking
doesn't
up.
help. Private Parties in their third storyline this year that involves somebody, a heel, buying their contracts from Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is the third time in
Also-
2022.
What I don't understand is MJF bought that stable to be his right hand
Yep.
guys. How the fuck do they have the money to buy Matt Hardy now? If they were being bought, like what? Where did you get the money from?
Yeah.
Are you using your MJF money to that instead of paying your talent?
Yes.
What the fuck, ECW? What is going on here?
Like Ethan Page and the Firm are trying to buy Matt Hardy Private Party. Fucking
What
Andrade.
the fuck is the firm?
Andrade bought Matt Hardy in the Private Party.
The firm is Stokely Hathaway. What's his name from NXT? I forgot what his name was there.
Was it Malcolm?
Malcolm Bivens.
Malcolm Bivens.
Malcolm Bivens, Ethan Page,
Big Bill.
Big Bill, aka Big
His name is
Cass.
Big Bill.
Stupidest fucking name.
I don't know why
W.
the
Morrissey
fuck
was
they
fine.
did
It's
Big Bill,
But so
Lee
his name is
Moriarty,
spelled-
and the Ass Boys.
It's spelled uppercase B, lowercase I,
Capital
uppercase
L.
GG. The big is up BIGG, but the I is lowercase, and the bill is BILL, but the I is lowercase.
It's
What
so
the fuck?
weird.
I know there because there's another group with that hot boy from NXT that's now signed.
Oh, the one that
Oh,
was
you're
with
talking
Tony
about,
D'Angelo?
The factory.
The fact that
Yeah,
that's the dude that
he's
looks
in
like
that one.
Sinide in that group.
That's
Yeah.
QT.
Yeah.
That's
QT
QT
Marshall's
Marshall's
group.
By the way, he got spit on last night.
Hot.
Wait,
he-
the hot
yeah.
boy or the
No,
big boy?
No,
Nick
the
Camarado, the
Sinide
one that
looking-
looks like
yeah.
Sinide. We texted
Okay,
Sinide right
okay,
after.
gotcha.
Like, you saw you got
And
spit
then-
on, boy. Must be
And
nice.
And then you got Ari Davari's group, who no one gives a fuck about.
Dude, do they
No
even
one
do
cares
anything
about them.
anymore? Did that group
No
already
one.
disband?
They're on Rampage this week.
Yeah.
They announced a match. It's a
What's the name of
10-man
the
Who
match.
is it? It's
It's,
Slim J.
It's Slim
Yo,
J, Ari
what
Davari,
year is it,
Parker
dog?
Boudreaux.
Josh, Slim
And,
J is
and-
an Eminem character from 2002 that came back to
and-
wrestling with the same gimmick. Take 8 Mile
You
but put it in
forgot-
2022. Oh, and Parker
You forgot
Boudreaux.
Sonny-
Genuinely-
Sonny
I
Kiss
genuinely
is in
Oh, and
there,
Sonny
too.
Kiss
don't
joined the
know
group.
any of
It's
this.
Sonny Kiss, Ari Davari, Slim J, and Parker Boudreaux.
I feel really bad
Weird.
for Sonny Kiss in that spot
Yeah, they're
because
on.
like
They're on
Sonny
Ramp-
Kiss can actually go and has character.
Dog, when we were at the
cut a
AEW show,
promo.
Justine was like, "Who's in that ring?" I was like, "Oh, it's Sonny Kiss." Oh shit, it's Sonny Kiss! Like it took me a minute to recognize. I was like, "Oh fuck, I've seen Sonny Kiss," and then
Yeah,
lost
the-
immediately.
Great
They-
talent, by the way. What the fuck?
They announced for Rampage they're facing Dustin Rhodes and the best friend Orange Cassidy.
Oh yeah, that group when they popped up on TV, they got a big pop from the crowd. Just because Danhausen, that's really it. That's why people were
Yeah.
cheering for that group because of
Okay.
Danhausen.
I want Dustin Rhodes to feud with MJF for the title, and MJF can do shit like say hi to Cody for.
Well, they put a seed in
Might
for
do
a
it.
feud I'm actually excited for, Jericho and Ricky Starks. They
Mhm.
planted a seed for that on. I was like, okay, I'm excited for that to start. I'm
That
happy
was
they're
gonna
doing
be-
that shit again, where they're kind of long term
Now
doing stuff. Again.
Jericho can put a jobber over. He better fucking put over Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks. Yeah.
I will say my favorite thing about AEW right now is the rise of Ricky Starks. Like
Mhm.
Ricky's
Yeah.
been
His match-
Ricky's been great.
His promos have been great. He's been great
He's
since
been
NWA.
so ever since he turned babyface, he's been so good.
The
He's
only
been on
person to
fire.
make MJF look like shit on the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Because he got
Honestly,
that pro on
went-
MJF, made him look like a dork.
You smell like paint thinner and ass. That is wild.
That match was fire too last night.
He had the
Yeah.
best line last night. Where
It
he was
was.
like from what do you say, like from head to toe, everything you want to be and you can't. I was like, oh damn, that's nice. That's a good line. I like that.
Nah, man, Ricky's so good on the mic.
Yeah.
He's a natural.
MJF's only good response was, "Listen here, Pebble."
Yeah, he kept calling him the Rock Jr. So he kept calling him the Pebble. But that's so like people have said that online, so it's like played out. But yeah, both companies. I like some things both companies are doing, and I hate some things both companies are doing. I think all in all, wrestling's in an up stage right now, which I like.
I think that's the
let's hear-
segment
We
hear
only
wrestling
listen, chat.
noise.
We only shit talk things going on because we want it to be better. We don't, that's all we
Yeah.
want. We don't want companies to go out of business. We want shit to be
But
good.
overall, I'm here to enjoy.
And listen, this
Here's
is
the
stuff
bad
people have been
thing,
talking about
Oliver.
since the '90s. This is nothing new.
Yeah.
Like it's not like the
Mhm.
dawn of like new fans complaining. This has been the same shit for years.
Yeah.
People complained about Taker
So,
being all fucking weird at the what was it, Survivor Series or some shit when he floated. Or what was the one where he
Yeah,
came out from the
yeah.
casket was all booga booga? That one. People complain about that shit. They complain about this. It's
When he
whatever.
had the
Tell
beard.
us. The one where he's in the casket and he goes like, oh, and then he pops up outside of the casket like floating and shit. Like what?
I'm talking about the one where the casket got on fire and he kicked it open. He had a fucking beard.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. That was after Orton.
wow.
That was Orton.
Yeah.
After Orton burned it.
Orton. While we're on the topic of
Ricky Orton.
while we're on the topic of Tony Khan just kind of signing people to sign people, a report came out a couple days ago about
He coked
report came out a couple days
coked
ago
out
about
Tony.
WWE that Triple H is actually regretting bringing back some of the people he brought back.
I wonder
And,
why.
There's,
I wonder why.
there's
Did you see the people that he
Huh.
brought back?
There's
Most of them suck.
I wouldn't say
releasing-
most, but
A
some
lot of them
are
do.
not.
75%.
Is
There are
A lot of them
I wouldn't
do.
say that.
names that were mentioned that Triple H is disappointed in were
Ed
Hit
Row.
Row, Braun Strowman, and Johnny Gargano.
Well, you fucking hit
Johnny, I wouldn't
listen,
say Johnny.
Hey,
let's
Johnny,
see.
it's not Johnny's fault. You put him in a shit feud.
So
Yeah, I was
these
just about
are
to say
He's
that.
been doing good, but
Listen, I'm sorry. Johnny Gargano is not a WWE wrestler.
Here,
He
we'll
can't cut
take a vote. We'll
promo
take a vote.
the way that WWE wants him to.
We'll look at this ourselves. Take a vote. So number 9, Candice LeRae. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Candice is fine.
Candice is fine. I like
Candice
Candice.
is fine.
I'm in the middle. I'm in the
I'll go
middle.
middle because she hasn't done
She-
anything yet.
she fits into what she needs to be in WWE's world, and that is she can wrestle and she can lose, and it really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
The-
I'm with Josh on that.
The
And
problem
I'm
with
looking
her
at this from an
was-
outsider perspective because I don't know what they're doing on
Yeah.
TV. I just know names that came
so
back.
Me neither,
Raw,
yeah.
I watch Raw every week, so I can
Yeah.
at least say that Candice
I know
is
you and Austin do, yeah.
featured. She's because like the damage control stuff, which we're not going to get into, but like they
Damage
need to win
control.
sometimes, and they beat Candace.
The problem
Right.
with Candace was they brought her back, and then they wrote her off TV for a month and a half her second week back with an injury.
Second week, it was like a month and a half after.
No, it was like second or
Yeah,
third.
no,
week
it was
they wrote her
because
off.
she had a match. She come back. She had a match with Nikki, and then she had a match with Dakota
She's been back for a month.
Kai, and
She's
then
been
she
back for
had
like 4
2 weeks of promos. Then she had another match where she fought. I remember all this, and then she got written off because that weird camera thing happened, and then
So they
Yeah.
wrote her off for like a month and a half, and it was like for no reason, just to have an injury angle to get damage control over, and then she kind of just came back, and she's been there to lose the damage control, which is good role for her.
Who's number 8
I
gig?
guess.
Hit Rowie, so we get that dough, you know.
So-
yeah, they
Hit-
can fuck off.
I'm a fat
So,
fly
here-
brother
here's
from
the
the
thing.
213.
Here's the thing. Hit Row doesn't
Dude,
work
he's
without
only-
Swerve.
Yeah, it
It
doesn't.
doesn't work without
Yeah, no,
Swerve.
no.
That's his
And
vehicle.
away from the meme, Ashanti Adonis is really the only good one in the group.
Yep.
No,
He
honestly,
is- he is
honestly,
fine.
honestly though, when it comes,
He is
Can't
a
lie,
good
can't lie.
to the
man.
return, Ashanti Adonis has been terrible. He fucks up
Really?
moves constantly. He's been
in
terrible.
NXT, he
And
was good.
I like Tahuti Miles,
Yeah.
but as Hit Row as a whole, you know it's bad when the best person in ring when it comes to looking smooth was AJ Francis, and he's still
That-
terrible.
That is bad because he's the shits. Like I've seen him wrestle. He's
And
terrible.
B-Fab's terrible on the mic. She cuts all their promos. She's terrible.
Well,
I
here's
really
a
want to like her because
Hello.
I really want to like her because she looks like a star.
They're
Like
both-
she does.
she
She
has
actually
superstar
does. She
potential
actually
to
really
her.
does, doesn't she? She
No,
actually
she-
has
she-
that look where you're like, "Whoa, what do you got going on?" Then you see
She's
her and you're like,
tall. She's
If they-
muscular. She has a
if they
look to
bring
her.
But guess what?
But
They
I
have
don't-
something
I don't
better
know
than
if
that
wrestle-
in AEW, and it's called Jade Cargill, who does
Cargill.
everything
Yeah,
she
I
does a
agree.
lot better.
Yeah,
And then-
the
they
thing with
can't put her
B-Fab is
in
I don't know
like-
if wrestling is for her though.
No.
I don't know if that's her
Yeah.
industry.
They can't put her back in
It's not for
NXT
everyone.
either because they already have the same character of Last Legend,
Yep.
who's also the shits.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lash is bad.
Yeah, that one's
Holy,
that
she's
one's
bad.
Jesus Christ.
A team that I used to be really high on, but I'm kind of about them now. The Good Brothers. They're kind of just there.
No, I think they're terrible.
They're terrible.
I think
They haven't done,
I
haven't
think
done
they've
shit
been-
with them. Yeah.
They've been bad for
the Dutchman thing
a
feud
while.
made sense, but Carl Anderson was gone this week because he's working in Japan until Wrestle Kingdom. That's a cool thing, I guess, that WWE is having a WWE contracted wrestler competing on Wrestle Kingdom.
Well, the only reason
But-
why New Japan wanted them there is because they wanted Carl to drop the never openweight title.
Yep.
That's the only reason why.
That's
they
gonna be a
wanted
cool
Well, he
show,
didn't,
man. We're gonna
though.
have AEW,
them.
WWE,
But he's
New
gonna
Japan
drop it
talents
at
on one show.
Wrestle Kingdom most likely.
We're gonna have
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot of
he's
talents
fixing-
from different
he's
companies on
fixing
that show.
Tama.
Tama. Yeah, Tama winning that.
Tama's winning that shit.
I've always been a fan of Carl Anderson, but Luke Gallows can fuck off. And when Anderson's with Gallows, they're just boring as shit. The Good Brothers act was
I think Anderson's a way
done
better
in
singles
2018.
competitor.
he is.
I've always said
Anderson
that.
should get a push to the singles guy.
He is, but I mean, what the fuck has he done like the past 3 years? He hasn't really
True.
done anything.
He's been
Just the-
tied to Gallows' hit.
They're,
Yeah.
"By the
they're-
way, guys, but I have to go in like 5 minutes.
This
Okay.
man.
You might wanna wind it down. Take it home."
Well, even if you head out too, we'll probably
we're gonna be on
It's-
for a little while.
yeah, a little while.
Yeah,
That's
it's
going
okay.
after.
It's been
This is
really
still your
nice
episode,
having
don't worry.
Josh.
Dexter Loomis.
Yeah. He's
I
been
don't-
good. He's been
I
good.
don't- I don't get
he's
the,
been good.
I don't get the Dexter appeal, but I know he's over with their audience, so I get why he's there.
Yeah, he's
Probably
been.
the only other person that I really consider like, why are you here, is fucking Mia Yim.
Yeah.
She gets
I agree with
no
that.
reaction. She gets like, why is she with the OC? Why is she doing what she's doing? She
Why they
again,
change her
I
name
I
over and
don't
over again?
I don't wrestle,
same
so I
way
don't
with
say
Sarah
how
Rowe.
you wrestle or anything. But she is the most like average mid-tier wrestler maybe ever. She's not bad. She's not bad, but she's not fucking anything to cry home about. Like I just don't like.
And she's
I'm,
constantly getting herself into like issues on social media, deleting her Twitter over and over again. The thing 2 days ago, she deleted her Twitter because people were dogging on her because there's a picture of her jumping into Austin Theory's arms with her legs wrapped around him. People were like, "Dog, you're married, Keith Lee. What's you think about this?" And
Well, people definitely were making a big deal about that.
it,
For no
it was a
reason,
big deal
though.
for no reason. But Mia Yim, like that's a
shit.
weekly thing where Mia Yim deletes her Twitter.
And
Like,
this is
yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
like
like
if
if
you-
you-
but
if you
But
make
trust me,
Mia Yim,
that's
why the
not
hell
just
would
a
you bring
Mia
back Sarah
Yim
Rowe?
thing.
That's
That's
not
a
a Mia
wrestler
Yim.
thing in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah,
Like when
and-
Mia Yim changed
Wrestlers
her
are very
name to
sensitive now.
Michin, people got upset
Yes,
about
they
the
are.
name change. People complained about the Michin name change, deleted her Twitter for a day, came back, explained it, and then they changed her name back to Mia Yim.
Now she's like Me-chan Mia Yim, isn't she?
It's,
She's
it's,
like,
Mi-
it's like
yeah.
a
it's Mia Michin Yim is what they're calling her.
Dumb. Johnny
She doesn't need a
Gargano and his
nickname.
shitty new
I
theme.
don't get it.
Gargano's
like
Bleh, that's
Gargano
bad.
is great, but he's been shit in the role they're giving him.
I think great is very generous.
I think it's very generous.
Gargano, they've given him a comedy gimmick. He's basically like R-Truth 2012.
Excuse me though, why aren't they bringing back Billy Kay? That's the only one I want them to bring back,
'Cause
and
there's no
they
Peyton
haven't.
Royce.
Just let
It's not playing Roy's
fuck
name.
Peyton off. Oh shit! I knocked my mic over. That's how mad I am.
So
She-
no, listen,
Peyton
I
Royce
agree
can-
with you. I agree with
She
you.
can suck my eggs. Get out of here.
I agree
Get
with you,
Billy.
but in
Just
WWE's
give her
viewpoint-
30 seconds on TV every week, and she'll be the funniest thing on the show.
I agree with you,
She's
but
great.
in WWE's
Hello,
eyes,
how you going there, Michael Cole?
I agree with you, but in WWE's eyes,
Give it up.
they only see them as iconics. Because when they broke up, like they
It was
didn't give a shit. They didn't give
No,
a shit. Billy,
no,
Billy was
Billy was doing.
No, I'm
Billy
not.
was
I'm not
doing
talking about. No,
fantastic.
I'm not talking about what they. No, I'm not talking about how they
They
did their
gave
characters.
Billy a
but
little
how,
push.
Yeah,
but
they
then
did,
they
and then
did
they were
that
just
one.
like, "Fuck you."
Yeah,
did
She
like
was
a
like
month
with
and then
Miller
released
in
it.
that too, and it was even good. Like, remember at WrestleMania they like
No,
went for the
listen,
titles
I'm,
or some
I'm
bullshit.
telling you, like she made it amazing. She made it amazing, but in WWE's eyes, they didn't see her in the same light as they did when they were Iconics. They didn't see them in that same.
Okay,
They
hold
didn't-
on. I can go into a rant about how they treated the Iconics when they were
Yeah,
together
yeah.
because they treated them like
I would-
dirt.
Yeah, but
agree.
I mean, I was
would
there for
say
that
main-
Mania though when they won those titles.
Oh,
yeah,
if there was
that's
a
like
roof,
my favorite
it
wrestling
would have blown
women
off the
ever.
place. Like
main roster WWE creative, they were a lot nicer to them as singles than they were as the Iconics.
Yeah,
The Iconics,
they didn't know. You know what WWE's problem were with them too? They don't know how to treat funny women.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
they don't.
Iconics.
So, like,
were
what do we
help-
do with funny women? Can be funny? What? What a concept! How do we
the
do that?
Iconics
They're not
were
showing their
healthy.
titties. What's going on here? That's what they were like.
They were,
That's what they were like in that time. Like,
Yeah.
I know it's changed and whatever. Like, but
They-
like that they didn't know what to do when it was like someone they didn't know how to book them in segments. So they're like, we just will take you off television, and then you just drop the titles, and
yeah,
then you become.
so
nothing.
You know what?
They
You know
won
what
the
it
belt,
is?
and then they got taken off TV for a year.
But you know what it is, Josh? I don't think it's just a women thing. I think it's just when WWE sees someone gets over being like being funny. I think they see it as like a shelf life. They're like, oh, they'll only be funny for
unless,
like
unless
so
you're the
and so.
New Day,
Or
then
Sami
they
Zayn.
just
Unless-
let you do what you want.
I'm sorry. Like I know the New Day is over, but I think that gimmick is kind of played out.
Oh,
in my
even
opinion.
Oh, it
Booker-
is. But now
Booker
they're in
T,
they're the NXT
actively-
tag team. shit.
Yeah.
Booker T's been actively shitting on the New Day on his podcast and on NXT TV. He's like on his podcast, he called them bullies for. He was like,
he would
was
love
like,
them if
"There's
they
no
trained
reason-"
at his school.
Well,
Yeah, I know,
he's,
right?
So true.
he's not. He's
The only
not.
people
He
who
can
like-
also suck my eggs. Get out
He's
of
the
here,
worst.
Booker T.
He's
Oh,
not on his
ducky,
podcast.
ducky, quack.
But real quick,
quack.
the last couple here, Braun Strowman, he's kind of just been there.
Fuck off.
Doesn't never did much for me.
Here's
He's
personally.
good. He's good live. Like a
Yeah,
live
here's the
event is
thing-
great.
Here's the thing with Braun Strowman. At
He's
live
being a
shows,
train.
Braun Strowman is super fucking over to the point where he's getting one of the biggest pops of the night every night, and he's number 3 in merchandise since coming back.
Well, I can tell you someone who's not number 3 in merchandise, Karrion Cross.
Oh,
He's been good.
I
I've
actually
never-
think he's probably like. I don't really like carrying.
I just like
either,
his
but,
entrance.
He's done.
Yes, and
He's
That's
done
that's another
well,
guy
you know.
I don't see what they see in him. I see a big fucking generic guy. That's all I see.
To be fair, he's not even that big. He's
Fuck.
kind of small.
That's all he
Yeah.
says.
he's
He's
average.
big muscle wise. Because when I saw him at
Yeah,
SmackDown, I was like,
muscle-wise, he's
whoa,
big.
he was
He's
jacked.
not tall though. He's not tall.
No.
Drew McIntyre made him look like a cruiserweight in height.
That poor match. That was a
I mean,
bad.
I think-
Snyder was playing a mobile
think
game
that
during that match.
I think that promo Adam Cole cut on him in NXT was 100% on the money.
It was.
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Bray needs to fucking wrestle a match. I'm getting sick and tired of these
Yeah,
things.
I'm actually bored. He actually got me bored.
Me
I'm
and
the
Josiah
opposite.
talked
Like
about it.
Bray needs to wrestle like once a year for me. Do what you keep doing. It's intriguing to me.
Here's the thing:
me
you
and
guys want him
Josiah-
to wrestle, and as soon as he wrestles, trust me, it's not gonna
He
be.
needs to be in the
It's not gonna
ring.
be what you want.
Here's the problem. I know Bray Wyatt's not good in the ring. It's just, and I talked to Josiah about this the other day. Like, they had all these QR code promos hyping it up, and like the mystery, figure out who it is. Oh, boom, it's Bray. But now we're doing the same thing with his promos. They're still leading us to websites. They're still leading us to QR codes. Bray's said nothing in 3 months. Bray has said absolutely nothing in 3 months. He said the same promo since he came back, and he has done nothing besides attack LA Knight a few times.
I just want action. I just want some fucking action now.
And lucky us, the
Dummy,
rumored
yeah.
Rumble card has Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight in a lights out match or a fucking pitch black match is what it's called.
Pitch black.
Which they've had. They had it. They did it in NXT.
Imagine if it was actually truly pitch black.
Yeah,
and it
you
was
saw
just, like,
nothing.
And you were just like, whoa.
That's almost
30 minutes of
cool.
that. Fight forever.
They had the match in NXT. What's that bitch that wears the pajamas? Fucking
Oh, Wendy.
Wendy Chu.
Oh, God,
Wendy,
Wendy
yeah.
Chu.
Wendy Chu and Last Legend
Bitch
had
with the pajamas.
they both had their only good NXT match. It was called a Pitch Black match, and the gimmick is it's basically an Extreme Rules match, but the lights are all turned off in the arena, and the only light on is a small spotlight in the ring.
That's dumb.
So they stole AEW's gimmick? Is that what you're telling me?
Because AW has the lights out, but they're like, oh, when the lights come back on, we're not. If you fucking died, not our fault.
Oh no, so
Yeah, lights out
That's
match,
theirs.
baby.
They're like, yo, if you
AEW
die, like, we're not liable. Like, good luck.
Wendy Chu, by the way, I was like randomly on YouTube, like, I don't know, like a month ago, and I was like, oh, what's NXT been up to? And I was just like, oh, that's that girl that falls asleep. So I was like, let me have a look at her. What a theme song that is. It's like a bedtime riddle thing. It's fucking awesome. I'm so into it. See, I love wrestling when it's fucking like
We
so
love the goofy
bad.
stuff.
Like it's the goofiest shit. And like this woman likes to go to sleep. How can we all not relate to that? Like who doesn't like to like, oh my God, I can't wait to go to sleep. She's just ready all the time. She has a pillow. She's in her pajamas. Like, bitch,
I'm
same.
surprised
I
she
want to be
isn't
doing
more
that.
over because she's basically just Orange Cassidy.
She's
like,
an idiot.
I was about
Yeah,
to say
she's
it would
basically like,
never
how is she
happen, but
not-
could you imagine her and
NXT
Orange
crowd
Cassidy
hates
in a segment and
That'd
how
be
much the
great.
crowd would eat that up?
Dude,
Oh,
I
then the
would
crowd would eat
love,
that
I
up.
would love cross promotion stuff, but these companies are too fucking greedy. I would love that
Yeah.
shit.
Remember when she was like that? She was before she was a sleeping girl. She was like that spooky bitch in that fucking.
Yeah, that was
with
cool,
Xia
man.
Li. She was like,
She
she
was,
was like, I'm
yeah.
gonna
Crazy,
fucking
man.
choke you,
She had,
you
like, the paint and
motherfucker. And then
stuff,
she,
yeah.
yeah,
She was
and
like
then,
alive for
she would, like,
1,000
throw them-
years or some shit.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah,
like,
that was
this shit
cool,
is
man.
hot. Wonder why she's tired. She's been alive for 1,000 years. She's ready to go to sleep. Like, bitch needs a rest. Like, she's still working. Like,
That's a
oh
good
my
point.
God.
Well, the last
Anyway,
one,
I need to go on that note.
Oh.
All
Well,
right,
you
buddy.
got one more. So
Oh yeah, don't worry, it's Dakota Kai.
Hey, and
Dakota's-
Tegan Knox,
Dakota's
get
good.
fucked.
It only put.
Yeah,
I think
you're-
this is as updated as before Tegan and Sarah
So
Rowe.
Dakota's done fine.
You forgot Emma.
Yeah.
Oh, and Emma.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Pointless signing.
Oh,
Oh.
whoopsies, we forgot Emma. So did fucking everybody else.
She might be
Go
one that
back
could
to
let go.
dancing. Honestly, Emma. Like, now you're in... I know she's, like, really
Yeah,
with
Emma-
Madcap Moss, but
Emma-
nobody wants to be associated with Madcap Moss on television.
Emma was a
Fuck
dumb
me.
signing. Sarah Rowe,
Poor guy.
I don't bland.
Her name
I
is
don't get the-
Valhalla.
Sorry, Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Valhalla's stealing
Ah,
gimmicks out
Valhalla, I
here.
don't wear any shoes.
Valhalla's
The
stealing
problem-
fucking gimmicks, bro.
She
The
doesn't
problem
wear any
with
shoes and
all-
she doesn't get any
And
vaccines.
then she posts
That's
pictures
the only thing I
milking-
know about it.
Oh
The
my
problem
God.
with all three of those teams is they're just in a constant triple team feud, and like it's helping nobody. It's Legato, Hit Row, and the Viking
Ooh,
Raiders,
Legato.
and they all
I like Legato.
Legato's the only one that's good, but they're making Legato look like jokes.
Oh, well.
This look good, hasn't he?
Santos has looked good, but the rest of them look like jackasses.
Who else is in that? Oh, yeah, Zelina Vega.
Zelina Vega, Raul Mendoza,
Vega.
and Joaquin Wild.
The former DJZ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually,
Yeah, shout out
I think
DJZ.
Mendoza was renamed like Cruz del Toro or something like that.
Yeah.
think so.
Good for him. Anyway, I'm gonna go now because I have life to live. Lol.
Well, thank you for joining us,
All right,
Josh.
Joshua.
Appreciate it.
That's okay. Call me Joshua again. I'll never come on this show.
Are you watching the Crows game? Are they playing today?
It's not football season, you fucking
How
moron.
the fuck am I supposed to know?
Imagine being my friend and then not even realizing that it's moving my like this is the least favorite time of year for me because it's
If
not
you follow
football
his Twitter,
season.
you would see that he got season tickets for when it starts.
See, I just saw
Which
season
is
tickets. I didn't look at the
in
date.
March.
Yeah, I pay attention.
I don't.
See?
It's just Josh.
Suck my fucking ass.
I love you, buddy.
Me too. All right, bye everyone. Have a good day. I love you.
Bye, Josh.
Love you, Josh. What a character.
He's still in the call. He's like, "Fuck those guys." He's like, "I hate them."
But yeah, I don't think really any of those signings have been super successful.
No, and I mean, like they just brought back Tegan Knox, and I mean, I don't think Tegan is bad.
The worst
but she's
reaction.
injury prone.
Injury prone as shit. How long?
She's
does it take
very
to heal
injury
again?
prone.
Also, what the
The-
fuck are you gonna do with her?
The problem. Well,
Yeah,
she's
that
part
too.
of. She's teaming up with Liv Morgan now.
Yeah,
They
but what's
formed
gonna
a
happen
team.
after that then? That's it.
The problem I was saying with Johnny Gargano is they've made Dexter the focal point of Gargano and Loomis, and Gargano is just the funny man to Dexter Loomis, and
Which is
Dexter-
crazy.
Dexter Loomis has gotten super over, but Gargano has just been a fucking shit comedy character, and it gets to the point like, why bring Gargano back just to do that? Like the dude
Have you-
barely wrestles too.
Have you thought it's because Gargano's not capable of being entertaining? Like, I'm sorry, Gargano can't cut a promo.
Gargano's a good match though.
He's an okay match. he's all right.
Hey, he has WWE's one of WWE's highest rated highest rated Meltzer ratings in the past 10 years with Andrade.
Tag team though. Oh, never mind.
Andrade versus Gargano got 6 stars from Meltzer at that takeover.
That was a good. I don't think it was great,
Well,
but
I
I thought it
think-
was a good match.
Well, I just think he's just got, they gave him a fucking shitty hand. Like, so many other feuds he could have had. Give him this shit.
But yeah,
I'll be honest. The reason why I don't like Gargano is because he slaps his fucking leg for every move, and it just pisses me off.
that's fair.
Same with Cole.
Yeah, he does.
Like
Yeah,
and he
Cole's
telegraphs it. He telegraphs it by a mile away.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
Gargano's fun, but in the ring. But you're right, he's not super entertaining, and that's why this whole funny man shit is just not over.
In AEW, maybe it wouldn't matter, but in WWE, you have to be able to cut a promo, because if not, you're gonna get your ass chewed out.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Some people like that.
If I had to guess though, I don't think Gargano is going to be the one that's released out of that
No.
group. I think it'll probably be Hit Row,
Yeah, definitely. Hit Row.
It should be Hit Row.
Emma maybe.
100% it should
Emma.
be Hit Row.
Imagine they bring Emma in just to let her go immediately.
She's been on house shows. They're
should-
running
you know what?
her and Madcap
Because they didn't give her her old song. That's why. Boop, 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 boop,
They
boop,
should
boop.
release Hit Row on the merit that AJ Francis is a fucking terrible rapper. They should release him just because of that.
I'm a
He's
fat
awful
fat
at rapping.
The
brother
worst
from
part is
213.
AJ Francis is signed to 2 contracts because he's signed to a performance contract and he's signed as a part of the what's the fucking channel they're doing the documentaries and shit on.
A&E.
Yeah,
A&E, yeah.
He's signed as a member of A&E to host that
The
that-
treasure hunt
the
show,
treasure
right?
hunt
Something
thing.
like that.
Yeah,
Show's-
he's signed on for 3
Yeah.
more seasons of that.
That show's dumb.
I
That's if they don't
tried
cancel
watching
it.
that show, and it's just not. There's not enough juicy bits in there. It's very sanitized.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, come watch
Well, it's-
old man Mark Calloway talk about boots he wore in 1996.
Here's Kane looking
Well,
at his
it's-
mask.
Well, if you
Here's
really think
Kane,
about
Kane
it,
is
it's in it.
Terrible politics.
Well, look at the channel. I'll leave it at that. I mean,
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
Um,
sucks. But
that's true.
I mean successes on the new hires. I'd say Dexter Loomis.
who would have
I'd
thought?
say Braun Strowman's a success for what they were looking for with him because, like I said, Braun Strowman is super fucking over at shows and he's been their number 3 merch seller behind.
Yeah,
Roman
he's
and
still a
Bray.
draw. That's the thing about it.
He's a piece of shit.
He is, but I have
He's
to
a
agree
piece
with
of-
that. But
Besides that, I don't know. And then you got the rumored ones that are supposedly coming back in Bronson Reed and Matt Cardona.
I don't
and
get
Chelsea
that.
Green.
Everyone
I don't-
loves
I don't get the,
Jonah.
I wouldn't have brought Reed, honestly.
No.
I wouldn't
Like,
bring back Bronson Reed. I don't know who's clamoring for a fucking Bronson
Cardona
Reed
could be Cardona could be good if they let him be Cardona, which I don't know if they will.
Well, so
Yeah.
Chris Van Vliet posted an interview today, a new one, and he asked Cardona about going back to WWE. And Cardona obviously is not going to sit there and say, "Yeah, I'm going back to WWE." But Cardona said that the be-all, end-all is he wants to end up back in WWE, but his one condition is he doesn't want to be Zack Ryder. He wants to be Matt Cardona, and he wants to come in with Chelsea, which is the rumor. The rumor
He's
is
also
that
making a
Chelsea
shit ton of
never
money
go
right
back.
now. So if they let him keep
Yeah.
his shit,
But
that's what
he also confirmed to Chris Van Vliet that he has canceled many indie dates and he's currently not taking any indie dates for the next couple months.
If I
And-
was Matt and WWE gave me a contract offer, I'd be like, sure, I get to keep the fucking podcast. No
And
matter
I
what
can
you
still
all
make
say.
I can still make my
Yeah.
merchandise with my face on it, because that was their
Yeah.
problem
Yeah.
with the cockcast. What the fuck is up with us, Ajax?
Oh.
With the
The
podcast, with the
Ethan
podcast
Porn in
before.
the cockcast. Whoa!
That's gonna be the name of this episode. Ethan Ford in the cockcast. But but no, that was their issue last time. They had to put masks on all the figures of themselves because they couldn't use their likeness. So I
Right,
would only
yeah.
say yes to a contract if you can let us keep making all that fucking bread from that, because they're selling out. I have figures right there from them that I buy once in a while. I'm not a big Cardona fan of him as a person, but as a wrestler,
Yeah,
yeah,
as
I
a
think he's
person-
great.
As a person, he's iffy. I
the
will say,
character.
Always a
great.
Brian Myers guy.
when he was GCW World Champion, he was very entertaining.
He was money.
I was actually watching GCW quite regularly when he was World Champion, and when they hot-shotted the belt off of him to give it to Gage, because they wanted to do Gage and Moxley for the GCW World title, I thought that was a big mistake,
Mhm.
because they basically cut the nuts off of Cardona when he was at his peak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this is
I thought
another thing
that
about
was a
Cardona
very,
too.
very
early.
bad
I
decision.
think the idea of Cardona coming back and being what he is now in WWE would be cool. But think about it. All the stuff that makes him cool, he can't do in WWE.
He wouldn't
He
be
can't
able
do
to
the
do
middle
it in
fingers. He
WWE,
can't do
yeah,
his
yeah.
cursing. He can't do any of the stuff like that, which is what makes him cool and what makes people like him now is all that shit, because it's so different from what he was before, which they can't.
And in
you can't do.
GCW, oh my god, he's a heat magnet in GCW.
Yeah, but like that stuff he
couldn't
says
draw
that
that
gets
heat
him
in
heat, he
WWE.
can't. You can't say that.
Yeah.
It's like MJF.
I think despite the fact that he said otherwise sometimes, I think deep down Matt Cardona is one of those guys that's like always like, I love WWE and WWF,
100%.
and that's.
Oh
and
yeah,
I think that's the thing is like he wanted to make himself a little bit bigger of a star. Obviously not to the level of a Cody Rhodes or someone like that, but he wanted to make himself
Which is smart.
a credible star where he can come back to WWE and make more money because of that. And I think he's gotten himself to a point where he could be a very solid, like upper mid card character on Raw or SmackDown. He's never going to be a world champion, not in the Roman Reigns era of WWE. But
no.
he's a solid guy. Like he'll
Solid
be like
U.S.
The Miz.
champion.
I
He'd be
was
like-
just about to
he'd
say
be-
that.
He'd
Yeah,
be like
just
the
like
Miz, a solid guy who could put on matches with like Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns and whoever. And yeah,
Well, it's the thing.
You
Like
know,
you're gonna bring
weirdly
him
enough-
in. You're gonna bring him in. He's gonna be losing to the new younger guys. Because
yeah.
face it, that's
Yeah,
just how
you know-
that's how it goes.
Weirdly enough,
Hello, Abby.
his window of opportunity
Don't
to
take my
be
man,
world
Abby.
champ.
She said, "There's my handsome man." What'd
What's
you
up,
say?
wifey?
His window of opportunity to be world champion is probably right around the time that he won the IC title at WrestleMania. Because think about
Oh
it.
my
what
god,
was
that
Yeah.
we
when-
were
Oh
there,
my
bro.
God,
That
don't get me
reaction was
started
with
nuts,
that.
dude.
Don't get
But
me
that was
started.
probably, you know, like what was that, 2016? So like from 2016 to
Yes.
2017, that was probably his window of opportunity to be
Mm-hmm.
world champion, and it didn't really, you know.
The
Give him
Miz
that-
did
that
what
ball.
Zack Ryder wanted to do in 2016. The Miz turned himself into one of the biggest stars in the company with the whole Intercontinental title and going off on Daniel Bryan and shit. And I feel like that's what Zack Ryder wanted, but he just couldn't do it. And the Miz did that instead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Miz is such
And
an
it's
odd.
tough.
He's such an odd.
That one hurts.
Miz
Yeah,
is
that
so
one
odd where
hurts.
it's like he's too popular for like the mid card title, but he's not world champion level. It's like
but lest we
weird.
forget, the Miz was WWE champion 2 years
No,
ago
and
for 2 weeks.
shit,
but
he was. I forgot
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
that. He lost to
he
last year,
cashed
right?
he cashed in on Drew at Elimination Chamber. He held the title for 2 weeks until last
then
week.
Bobby Lashley.
Oh, that COVID era was so odd.
I think,
Shit
and
just
maybe I'm
kinda
being
happened.
too harsh. I think the reason why they probably don't want to put the world title on Miz is because they did it 10 years ago and they realized, wow, this was a
failed.
big mistake. A
It
big
failed.
That was such a
mistake.
big
Because he
mistake
had
at
that
that time.
terrible WrestleMania main event with Cena, where he gave Cena a
And then-
concussion.
Everyone's
Like-
everyone's argument is like, oh, the Miz did main event one of the highest grossing WrestleManias. Yeah, it's because The Rock was advertising
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It had
because
nothing to do
the
with him.
marquee, It wasn't because the marquee said John Cena versus Mike the Miz Mizanin.
I
No,
thought the
it's
way that
because it
went, I
said
thought
John
Miz
Cena versus
got
Miz.
concussed, and it like he
He
was
did get
he was
concussed.
knocked out like the whole end of the match, and he doesn't remember shit.
Oh, I thought Cena got concussed.
No,
I think it was the
Miz
opposite. I
got-
think Miz got loopy, and then
Okay.
he doesn't remember shit.
John clotheslined him over the barricade, and Miz's head hit.
That's
the
what it
concrete.
was.
Yeah,
Oh.
and the Miz was concussed, so he doesn't remember even taking the Rock bottom from the Rock.
I'll
That's
be honest,
crazy.
concussed or not concussed, like that was not going to be a good match either way. I'm sorry. Like,
Oh, great. Well,
That video
that's not
package?
an argument because that was great.
that was a
It's
great
not-
video package, yeah.
The concussion is not an argument because the match went a minute, not even a minute longer after the concussion happened.
Oh,
Because
so-
what
okay,
happened?
yeah, see, there you go.
They got back to the ring, and then I think the Miz pinned John Cena like by cheating like 30 seconds later, and then The Rock came out and said, "Whoa, restart the match," and then Cena FU'd Miz, and that was the match.
I
So
think
you can't blame the concussion on it being a bad match.
I think in the perfect world, or let's say like the '80s, for example, Miz would have been a great manager.
Oh,
He would have
yeah.
been a fantastic
Mhm.
manager. I don't think like being a wrestler has always necessarily
That's
been
something I
Miz's
always
thing.
looked at. Like the
Solid, though.
current day wrestling scene. Like, who would be super over in like the 80s? Like, definitely like
Miz,
FTR,
Miz
FTR.
would be for sure.
Miz would be
Miz-
over for sure.
Miz, like
FTR,
FTR.
Randy Orton would be
Someone
over, I
with
think.
the look of Theory would be 100%.
Ricky Starks.
Randy
Ricky.
Orton's made for back in that day.
Yeah, Randy for sure. I mean Cena, of course, but Cena
Cena,
would
of
be
course,
over in any
Cena-
era.
Mhm.
Yeah, Cena just has it. As much as
Cena
people talk shit about Cena, he has it.
Yeah, Cena's just one of those generational guys where you put him somewhere and it's like, yeah, he's
Honestly,
either going to be like one of the most over mid card guys or main event guy.
once they let Roman become like a natural heel, Roman had it that too. Like he kind of seems natural to him now.
Yeah.
Roman now, yes.
Yeah, Roman
it
now.
took-
Yes, Roman 3 years ago. No.
No,
It
hell
took
no.
it took Roman a long time. It took him longer than Rock, if you think about it, because Rock, it only took Rock like 2 years to really like build some steam. Roman, it took like 6 years.
I don't think
It's
that's Roman's
crazy.
fault. I don't think it's Roman's fault though.
I think
it's-
part of it
well,
is
yeah,
his fault, but part of it is WWE's fault as well.
yeah. But yeah, once they let Roman become a natural heel, like that dude's just he the last 2 years he's known what the fuck he's doing.
But that's just one of those things in wrestling where, like, if they would let guys be more of themselves instead of saying like, okay, well, you have to say A, B, C, and D, and say, well, why can't I just take bullet points and put it into my own words? But they don't want to do that. So like,
Well, with some wrestlers, I mean, some of them, even with bullet points, is still fuck up.
Yeah.
some of them, yeah, for sure. But I think some of them could
Kalisto.
definitely cut a promo on the fly,
Oh my
though.
god.
Page in AW.
Yep.
Well, Paige is just I have not enjoyed Paige's run in AEW so
Oh,
far.
same.
I think it's been a bust.
Me either. Yeah, I
She's
think it's
over.
a bust, too.
I'll give her that. She's over, but I think it's been a bust.
Yeah.
Like her return match with Brittany was it was bad. Like
And then
it was
there's
bad.
like there's rumors the mystery partner for her on the Dynamite is Alicia Fox.
Ah.
That's
Because everyone was like, "Oh, it's Sasha Banks or Mercedes,"
no, it's not.
but it's not.
I really
then-
don't know what people saw in Alicia back in the
She
day.
was fucking trash. I've said this on
yeah.
Twitter. People came
Yeah,
after my
I don't
throat.
know.
All the Alicia fanboys and fangirls came after me. I was like, listen, guys, she was shit. Accept it. Like, doesn't matter.
No.
And you can't say, oh, the roster was shit at the time. Yeah, and she was part of it. Like, it was not good.
Even then, though, you still have people like Beth Phoenix and Mickey James. and
Yeah, exactly.
people
Yeah.
who are still good wrestlers like
Yeah.
Maurice.
I think
Mhm.
I think people hold on to with Alicia. I think they hold on to the fact that sometimes she showed a little bit of personality.
And her
But to
scissor
me,
kick
it's
looked
like-
okay.
Sure, but to me it's like, well, whenever she got in
That's
the
it.
ring, she kind of stumped the joint a little bit.
Yeah,
Mm.
no one cared.
But yeah, that's the rumor is that Paige's partner is Alicia Fox.
I hope it's Melina, so she's doing.
I
the
don't
split.
think there's any I don't think there's any credence to that rumor
It's-
whatsoever.
It's Tessa
I
Blanchard.
hope not. Oh,
Oh my god.
I mean, if,
Who else,
if they
like-
wanted, if it was, I mean, it
Mandy?
could be Mercedes.
Mandy. Now it could be.
Yeah, now it could be Mandy. No, I mean, I'd say like the biggest surprise they can do is Sasha Mercedes. Mercedes
It could,
Moné.
but I don't know if
Naomi.
I don't know if they feasibly could though.
I don't think Sasha's officially out of her WWE contract. yet.
That's what
Last
I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last I heard, the New Japan deal was made in kind of correlation to her still being with WWE. Like, I
That's
guess
it.
WWE
That's a
seems to have some
crazy
say in
ass
that.
report, by the way. Did you read that? So apparently they want to offer her like I think it's like $100,000 a shot or something like that.
More. They're paying her more
More.
than they paid Jericho in New Japan.
It's crazy, but at the same time, New Japan wants to attract that segment of the audience.
They want to build that
No, they
women's
wanna-
division up.
Get it, but Sasha's
Yeah.
really not that good. And then like when they
Oh, I disagree with that.
Okay. So I think Sasha Banks is a good wrestler. I think she's one of the best ones that was on the WWE roster. But it's just like I wouldn't pay all that money. I get why, but I wouldn't pay all that money for Sasha Banks because what's going to happen with her is They'll give her a big push. She'll probably be their champion because they're doing the IWGP Women's Champion, and then this isn't that. This is the
It'll
other.
be her versus Kyra.
then-
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
in like 2 years, when she's not champion anymore and she's not booked on the main position anymore, she'll throw a fit again and she'll leave wrestling again.
Maybe, but in Bushiroad's position, I'll say Bushiroad because they're the company that owns New Japan and Stardom. In Bushiroad's position, I think this is a risk worth taking to bring in Sasha, because I think Sasha's a draw. I really do think she is,
She is.
and I think she can bring in people that have no idea who or what Japanese wrestling is. I'm not saying she's gonna bring in a lot of people, but if she can bring in maybe just a little bit for Bushiroad, like that's worth their investment.
Yeah, I agree with you on that point. I don't know. For some reason Sasha Banks kind of soured on me in the last couple of years.
That's fine. I don't blame her and Naomi for what they did. I don't blame them whatsoever, because they really wanted those tag titles to be treated with importance, and it seems like WWE did not want to treat those belts with importance at all.
What I love is
They
like
still don't.
what I love is like Triple H is like, we're bringing back the titles, we're gonna make them important, and then they just started hot shotting it like 3 weeks into it, and I was like, what is going on? You guys are like
And now they're
flip-flopping.
already just back where they were before.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't.
But I like all those reports. It's like, oh, Sasha and Naomi, they're hard to deal with, blah 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 blah. And
Sasha
it's
was
like,
on the ground crying.
and it's like, bro, Triple H, your best friend Shawn Michaels, you know what he did? He said he lost his smile. He went the fuck home for like 6 months.
Yeah.
I guess for what's come out with the WWE thing and Sasha Banks is WWE did not want to reach Sasha Banks like what she was asking for money, but she is still under contract to WWE, and because they walked out, they can add months onto her contract if they felt like they wanted to. I don't know if they would or
Right.
not.
They
But
can do that, and they can
do
also
that.
what they did with Brian's contract. If you remember, they freeze this contract for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah, so if they, I don't think they will, because from what I've heard, the New Japan deal is pretty much set in stone, and it included a little bit of discussion with WWE and the fact that she is still under contract with them. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, if they wanted to, WWE could say fuck no and freeze her contract.
They could. Hopefully they don't, because like I said, I think this is a best case scenario for Stardom to acquire someone like Sasha Banks, because she's a
Yeah.
big star. She really is a legitimate star.
I'd say there's legitimately 2 wrestlers more bigger draw than her, and as much as I don't like one of them, it's Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, and after them, I think it's
And you
it's
also
her.
got to think too. Sasha's not even just in the wrestling market now. She's in the mainstream
Yeah,
market with
acting.
Mandalorian.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're not only getting wrestling fans, you're getting people that watch her Mandalorian that are like, oh, she wrestles.
So,
Oh, she's wrestling on
in
this
that
show.
sense,
And sure, Sasha's not a leading actress; she's a supporting actress, but still, she's in Star Wars. Some people know who she is off of that.
in that sense, maybe I'll put her right behind Becky Lynch in biggest women's draw in current moment.
I think she's probably bigger than Becky, but they're
You think so?
definitely close. No, they're close.
I think it's arguable between
Yeah.
both.
Oh yeah, it's
They're,
definitely arguable.
they're interchangeable, and I think Charlotte Flair is in third.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I definitely think Sasha. For sure.
Of course.
Oh wow, look at that!
It's a Sasha Mandalorian figure you could get at Walmart.
Look at that shit.
Yeah.
So I do have to
Speaking
say, the one thing I do miss currently, it's crazy for me to say it because I fucking detested her for quite a long time. I actually miss Charlotte.
I don't.
I do,
I will
actually.
never miss her.
I love
She
wrestling
can
without
retire. I'll
Charlotte
be
Flair.
fine.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm actually kind of with Jonathan. Even though I don't watch WWE anymore, I haven't really kept up with WWE since I was in high school. I only keep up with it in clip forms and stuff like that. I never thought Charlotte was a bad wrestler.
This is what I don't
She's
like
a
about
good
Charlotte. They
I think
can't.
she's a
They
bad
can't.
wrestler.
They can't book her outside of the women's title.
The
They
world
can't.
title.
If they
Sure,
could do something
yes.
with her outside of it, that'd be great. But it's like Ronda
Yeah.
Rousey. They just are like, oh, give her the belt. Just give her the belt.
And
Even
then
when
the
even when
one
Ronda
time-
says, I don't want the belt. I don't like having the belt. They're like, oh, take it. Like it's some people
Yeah,
just don't
the-
need it
so-
constantly.
The one time they
That's what I
booked
don't
Charlotte
like.
out of the women's title, they had this weird thing where Lacey Evans and Ric Flair were going to have a baby, But then thank
I
God Lacey
vaguely
got
remember
real
that.
life pregnant.
Yeah, and then like a month later, she was back in the title picture.
A month later, Charlotte's on WrestleMania in the title picture.
Yeah.
And then
Man, I do have to say, like when she had the NXT title again, I was
That was
fucking invested.
dumb. I did not
that
like
was
that.
dumb.
I was kind of invested a little bit.
I didn't like it. I
It's
just
just-
don't.
it's just the
She does.
fact
There's some
that-
people that don't need the belt anymore, and she's one of them.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
I
No,
think
I agree, and that was going to be my next point. Where I think Charlotte is a good wrestler. She can go. The problem is that they kind of book her like 2003 Triple H, where it's like, well,
Mhm.
if I don't have the
Yeah.
belt, I'm not going to do anything, guys.
And I would
Here's my
say
problem
that
with
is something
Charlotte.
that is something Tony Khan does better. Where if someone doesn't have the belt, I'm not scared that they're just going to be thrown back into it for no reason. Like at least with Moxley, he was put back in for a reason because they needed someone. But when he
They
doesn't have
needed
the
him,
yeah, but when he doesn't have the belt, I'm not like, oh, what are they going to do with him? I know that he's going to be put in something
the problem with
intriguing at
Charlotte
least. But
too is like, I can understand. Okay, let's put her in like the main title picture because she's a draw. But then like they put her in a picture, she wins the belt, and they try to build these people up around her, but she doesn't put them over. Like Rhea Ripley never got a win on Charlotte.
Mhm.
Rhea Ripley didn't get a win on Charlotte, and then when Rhea won the Raw Women's title a year later, Charlotte was the one to beat her for it a month later.
Yep.
Well, and it's like I said, like I do miss her, and I do want to see her wrestle again. My issue is this: there is nothing fucking left for this woman to do anymore.
If Charlotte was to come back, the only way I would be okay with it or I'd be intrigued, she needs to be a special occasion like Brock Lesnar. You come in, but don't make her win. They would make her win, but you bring her in when there's someone like a Rhea Ripley who's like, "Oh, there's no one left for me to fight." You bring in Charlotte and you put her over Charlotte to make her look good, and then that's when you start building up another younger person to beat her, like not a Liv Morgan, but like you know what I mean, like a 2.0
One
person
thing
coming
I'll
up.
say about Charlotte coming back now for Mania season is I have seen reports that initially the plan was to run Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, but apparently Rhea Ripley has gotten so over to the point that they want to move Bianca versus Rhea Ripley to WrestleMania. So that means Charlotte may be in a feud outside of the title for Mania, which is a good thing, I guess.
Yeah,
Like HX
or they'll
said,
just put her with Ronda Rousey.
yeah.
Oh, they
Well,
might.
Well, to that point, Ronda might drop the title soon because Ronda has straight up. She came out and said a few days ago, she kind of doesn't want to be SmackDown Women's Champion anymore. She wants to go for the women's tag title with Shayna.
Yeah, which is cool.
Which I do respect. Which I do respect that a lot.
But
Oh, I don't respect anything about Ronda Rousey.
yeah,
That-
no,
that's
I don't
number one.
respect that.
No, but I mean, the
I'd
the
rather
fact
her
that,
do something like that.
yeah, but the fact that she's like, you know what, I want to do tag titles with her. Like, I respect that.
She has the mindset of a
no,
lot of
I get
these guys in wrestling don't have, where you don't need to be a champion that's just a world champion.
Yes.
You can make do
Mhm.
with what you got if it's a tag title, if it's a secondary
Because
title.
Ronda's getting paid bank regardless of what she does.
Yeah.
She's getting paid bang, but she's
Yeah.
not over. She's
Yeah,
not
she's not
over,
over
and
at
every
all.
match she has,
Dude, she
fucking
came out on
stinks.
She came out on
Terrible.
SmackDown with Shayna, and everyone around us was like, "Who's that?" Oh, it's Ronda. And they
Dude,
only knew because of the
she-
belt. They're like, "Oh, it's Ronda with the belt."
She's
No
been
one gave a shit.
terrible. Her matches with Liv Morgan were bad. The match with Shotzi was probably the worst WWE match of 2022, and that's on both of them. Shotzi Blackheart's terrible too.
Oh, she's
but-
fucking.
Oh yeah, if I'm WWE, I have major buyer's remorse right now with bringing back Ronda.
Yeah.
Major.
Honestly, you're looking at people to cut too. I honestly, I don't want anyone to lose their job, but if you're looking at people who like haven't been meeting expectations on the main roster, Shotzi Blackheart's one of them,
Mhm.
and she wasn't meeting
Yeah.
expectations in NXT.
But here's the thing with
I
Shotzi.
think
I
they'll
remember
only keep her
watching
'cause of
Shotzi.
merchandise.
Mhm.
I remember watching Shotzi on the Indies, and she still wasn't good there.
Yeah,
But she's
She's-
just not
that's-
she's not a good wrestler. She has a look. She has a look and she has a little bit of personality, but she's not a good wrestler.
her moveset is just a worse version of Darby Allin's. Her gimmick, I don't even know how to explain her
Nah,
gimmick.
man, that's
on the
Cora
main
and Jade,
roster.
bro. Cora Jade's got the shitty Darby Allin gimmick, or used to have it.
Used to, yeah. She doesn't do the skateboard anymore.
Yeah, she couldn't even
Thank God.
fucking skateboard.
But yeah,
What's her thing now? The generation of core or something?
yeah,
knows?
it's the generation of Cora Jade.
She looks
That's
cool.
what it is.
Women are way
But,
cooler
yeah.
when they're heels. I don't know why they look cooler. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's because I hate to say it, but they kind of put on like makeup that looks a little bit slutty.
Yeah, I think
So
that's what
they
it
kinda
is.
look
That's what
cooler
it
that
is.
way.
The one thing I'll take if Charlotte is coming back, because like Ajax said, Charlotte's great in the ring. I'm over Charlotte Flair as a on-screen person, but if she's coming back, I'd be okay if it was her as like a face coming back to face Damage Control.
I think she would be a great benefit to the show if they can figure out a way to not have her champion. She'd
Just
be a
have her-
great benefit to the show.
Bring her back her feet of Bailey for a little bit. Once
Nah,
Bailey's
fuck that. I don't even want to see that. Honestly, like, I'm personally sick of damage control. Like, I really am. I just, it worked at first, and then it's just fizzled out.
I don't know
because
what's
they're
going on with them.
losers. Outside of Bailey, Dakota Kai and Io Sky are fucking losers.
You
They
see-
lose every singles match they're in. They lose.
I saw Io.
And then-
I saw Io Shirai fuck up that that corner move at the pay per view.
Oh my
the War
god,
Games.
man.
Dude, she was fucking. Not, I wouldn't call her terrible, but she fucked up so many spots in War
Like,
Games
what
to
happened?
the point that it concussed her.
Like what happened, dude? Come on.
Like, girl, you've done so well, like, back when
But-
NXT War Games. Like, why can you not do the same thing here?
I do hope that the report of Rhea versus Bianca being moved to Mania is true because I don't want anything to do with Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair. And I think Bianca versus Rhea is where the money's at right now for
Yeah.
the women's title match at Mania.
I agree.
Rhea Ripley's
I don't even
gotten
watch,
herself-
and I know that's where it is because that's all I
Yeah,
see on Twitter. Is
Rhea-
people talking about
mhm.
them too.
Rhea's gotten herself so over with the Judgment Day gimmick, and it's crazy that
That's
Rhea
who you have
Ripley
beat
and Dominic-
Bianca.
Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio are the two most over members with Judgment Day over Finn Balor and
pretending
Damien
it's
I
Priest.
love that clip
I
of
would
him
not
getting
have guessed
scared
it.
by the pyro,
Mommy!
and they all start fucking with him about it. That's
They're
hilarious.
like, ah.
Yeah,
You saw
Balor
that,
starts
Robert?
shaking him.
Also, they got Asuka, who looks like she's turning into Kana, or like at least her character when she was Kana.
ready
She
for
stopped-
that.
The Kana
so
look.
she took the makeup off this week. She just had kind of clean face Asuka.
She'll bring
and
back the
she's
Joker
wearing,
look, the Joker paint.
She's wearing darker gear, and she blew the mist in Dominic's eyes on Raw. It was pretty funny. They're backstage, and Dominic's getting cleaned up, and Rhea's like, "Oh, Dominic, Poppy, you're so tough for taking that." And Damien's like, "Yeah, man, I'm sorry about this." Just Damien, shut up. He's tough.
what I don't think people realize though is that Kana's gimmick was really no different from when she first turned heel. So you're about to just get that again. There was really nothing different.
Yeah.
The mist, the paint, the seriousness that was there. Then they turned her goofy when they put her with the Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah.
But
She, to be fair though, when she first started doing the paint, she wasn't very serious. She was always kind of a like goofy Asuka when she turned heel initially.
I thought it
think
was
if
when
they
she
go
joined
more-
Kabuki Warriors.
They
is when
gotta-
made
they
her
gotta
goofy.
do-
No, she was goofy the whole time.
See, they gotta do dominant Asuka like back in NXT.
Well,
That's the Asuka I want to see.
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair. But Kabuki Warriors is when she turned heel. She was they turned heel together.
I thought she was heel before that.
No, they were faces because they were with Paige and they won the tag belts.
Oh, and they spit
And
the
then-
mist in her face.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
She was like,
yeah,
"Ah,"
they-
and she didn't fall.
yeah.
She just was like, ah. And she like went
Yeah,
to
they-
one knee. Yeah, I remember that. I was
That-
still
that's how
watching
they
at that
turned-
point.
That's how Asuka turned heel, was she spit the mist in Paige's face, and they left her, and then they started acting goofy like right away. So we haven't really gotten a serious heel Asuka.
I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's not going to be as listen. It's not as exciting as people are making it out to be. Kana
No,
was
I agree.
the look is cool. That was about it. It's the same Asuka. She didn't. She wrestled the same. Like I watched the Kana stuff. It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
like Jonathan said. Give us unbeatable, like fucking kill everybody Asuka from
Yeah.
NXT.
Nobody's ready for Asuka. That was awesome.
No.
Yeah, bring that
Oh,
back.
I messed up.
There's been a lot of wrestling talk here. We just got two more quick things to touch on here as we're winding down. It's already about to be 2 hours. Might as well start winding it down here. You see these game machines behind me? You see these arcade stuff? Well, if you guys like fighting games and tournaments, we got a tournament coming up soon. It's not in a fighting game, though. It's in a wrestling game. But you know what I mean? It's mostly in fighting games. We got the CFT, the Catch Finish Tournament, happening on Monday at 7. We're all involved. Austin's being represented by Hulk Hogan, HH brother. Jonathan, our reigning and defending champion, represented by British Bulldog. Who the hell is representing Ajax? Let me take a look there. Ajax, who is representing you?
It doesn't matter. No one's going over me, brother. Ajax wants to beat me. That's not good for me, brother.
Who's Austin being represented by?
Hulk
Hogan.
Hogan. Ajax is represented by Yuji Nagata.
He said, "I'm not racist."
Oh, Eugene, brother, I'm breaking your fucking kneecap.
And Orale,
that does-
I'm represented by Conan. What's up?
That doesn't work, brother. You just Nagata can't beat me. You have a pal.
Oh, Senchi's in the chat. He says, "Nerd, Senchi, shut up with your
Senshi-
who you are. You are represented by Sick Boy."
Yeah, you're sick. It's because you're sick right now.
Yeah,
Little bitch,
he
listen
is a
to
sick
podcasts.
boy. He is a sick boy. Yeah, Kenny's represented by Fit Finley. But yes, the tournament after that will be a fighting game. I will announce it on Monday. It'll be all I can say is it'll be a Mugen. I never knew how to pronounce the word correctly. Mugen. It'll be a Mugen game. Which is basically people take anything and make it into a game on there. If people don't know what Mugen is, YouTube it. It's
been
amazing.
around forever.
Yeah, like you can there's fighting games that involve like real people. Like it's ridiculous. They make the most insane games on there. So going forward, you'll see a lot of Mugen games. But this one will be a wrestling game.
Some more.
Huh?
Anime one. We gotta do like a Shonen Jump anime one.
I can find one.
Oh boy.
I know
they have them.
No, they have it.
I will say on the list we will be seeing some Dragon of Balls eventually. In this tournament.
Dragon of Balls.
The Dragon of Balls. We will be seeing that in the future. Can't say when, but
I'll be dragging my balls across your forehead.
Whoa! And also, studio update. We are in the process of zoning out where the studio is going to be and spacing it out to see how much room we have to work with to make the studio. So look forward to that. I'm really hoping it's done like early, mid 2023, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe next December it'll be done. Who fucking knows? We need insulation and all that shit. So look forward to that because that means sometimes the guys can come into the studio. We can have people there live while we do it.
Yeah,
so.
I'll fly over there. No problem.
I'll fly over. Oh man, but yeah, so look out for that. I will say though, eventually this CFT tournament thing, I want to make it real. I want it. Well, it is real. It's not fake, but
like real. Like we're gonna fight each other.
We're gonna beat the shit out of each other.
Oh fuck yes.
But I want to make it like to the point where it actually becomes a competitive tournament. Eventually, I want CFT to be like a monthly real life gaming tournament that competitive people fight in. Eventually, we're gonna get to there. I will say now, in May, when we bring in either April or May, when we bring back the Brawlhalla tournament, that will be in partner with the CFT tournament. So we will literally be fighting it out against each other for the belt. It won't be computer run, so that'll be interesting when we do the Brawlhalla tournament in April or May. I can't wait to beat the shit out of Austin in this pay-per-view. Oh.
All right.
Oh. I don't even have the bracket. Oh, I do have the brackets, but I don't think I'm fighting Austin, but if I was, I would beat the shit out. Bloodsport style?
Okay,
don't work for me, brother.
It's alright. I'll probably just retain, no big deal.
Wow.
Nope, doesn't work for me. For life.
Austin's fighting Chavo in the first round. How mad are you gonna be if you lose to Chavo?
Doesn't work for me, brother. Who?
These men don't lose to Chavito.
I wanna fight Chavo Guerrero in a Yappa Pie strap match. Yeah, bye, brother.
Oh my god. But yes, chat. So that was we're gonna
pick the right gay guy.
Great clip. That whole promo was a mess, dude.
Vince McMahon, you picked the right gay guy.
Like that whole promo was nuts. Man, he was not on his A game that night. But yes, chat. Thank you for hanging out for CFG Talks, whether you're watching on the YouTubes or on Twitch. It'll be like this going forward. You'll be seeing us on both YouTube and Twitch streaming. You can find us on Twitter. Look at guys, we actually got an outro that we're doing this time instead of just ending it. You can find us on Twitter, twitter.com/CFG streams. Austin, where can they find you?
Find me on Twitter at AC Molting. You'll find a name. It's him Carey. Then you can also shout out my girl Abby for giving me the idea. She fucked up saying Tim Carey into him Carey. I said, "Oh, you gave me a great idea." You could also find me in my other podcast at the official _heatcheck on Instagram. Follow that on Twitch and YouTube for live shows. You can also follow it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud. I'm not joking. My Twitter is him Carey. I told you I was changing to that, Abby.
Ajax, where can they find you?
You can find me
Don't say Canada.
Super Saiyan Mutant on Twitter and Instagram. Same thing as what I'm on Discord here.
And you're a real Canadian.
I am a real Canadian, a real French Canadian.
You don't
Like
leave.
that
You don't
skinny
leave
thing.
Canada to the East Coast. All right, Jonathan.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you after. Jonathan,
Oh,
we're gonna
get it.
Jonathan, where can they find you? Austin, I'll tell you.
Just find me on the find me on the side of the road, down intersection 57.
Jonathan's on the side of the road hiking up his
Yo,
skirt with
Jonathan,
a
you
thumb.
homeless, bro? What's going on?
No. No, but you can find me on Twitter at Oblivion Keys, ends with a Z.
Edgy.
Oblivion Keys.
Thanks for the raid.
That's pretty much it. That's mostly what I use. I don't even use Instagram anymore. Fuck Instagram.
Wait, Gabe, you said you had a promise.
Oh, I did have a promise. Thank you for reminding me. Because we were supposed to talk about Christmas stuff today, but I guess we didn't. But
Oh well.
for 1 year ago, Austin bought me a gift, and that
No,
gift. This is many years ago, actually.
2017, I think.
All right, so that wasn't last year. But I meant to say. Same thing.
A while ago.
I meant to say 1 year for Christmas, but then I just said 1 year ago. I don't know why I did that, but
1 year ago, we were locked down for COVID.
Well, 1 year for Christmas, Austin bought me a kendo stick that I've cherished, that Justine has hit me in the shin with multiple times. She pulls it out when I tell her to fight me. She'll pull out a kendo stick and start swinging it with her little arms. But
Oh, you live with Sandman, brother.
dude, she's tried to smash beer cans on our forehead. I think she literally is Sandman.
No.
You know what? When she's on here for the ladies takeover, I'll make her do the beer can spot.
Oh
Dude,
my
Oh
god.
my god,
Yo,
please.
Have her
Please.
intro.
But she
have her
doesn't.
intro to
She
Epic
doesn't
Sandman.
smash it. She'll take the bottom and just press it on her forehead, and nothing happens.
That's
her-
so lame.
She goes,
Her intro to the show needs to have Enter Sandman playing in the background.
That'd be great. But I want to make a promise here on tape, on audio, that when the studio is completed, I will let Austin whack me as hard as he can with the kendo stick right on my back, live on camera in the new studio.
Shirtless or with a shirt?
Twitch
do it with a shirt.
Twitch will allow me to do it with a shirt, so I'm gonna do it with a shirt.
Okay.
You know what we should also do though? Something we haven't done for a long time.
Have sex.
I mean, maybe. Shopomania.
Oh, okay. We'll make a big thing
That's
of it in
no.
the studio. It'll be a big thing. You have to
Yeah.
watch the video when we do it. But yeah, I want to make that
Oh,
promise.
boy.
That to celebrate the first ever CFG studio, I will let Austin christen it by whacking me in the back. It's not going to work out. Anytime Austin does any wrestling move to me, it does not work out as planned.
Just whacking you.
So he chokes on me, I got hurt. He chopped me, I got hurt. So we'll see what happens. He's probably gonna hit me in the back of the head and kill me.
You're gonna have a mean ass fucking welt on your back.
That's fine. That's how I only said one hit and not two.
Yeah, you ever seen like this, like when like Drew McIntyre got beat up with a kendo stick by Sheamus?
yes.
Yeah, that'll be me.
I'll have 911 on
And because
standby.
the studio is separate from the man cave, I can scream as loud as I want. Without any complaints.
I hope when Austin hits you with the kendo stick, you turn around, you're like, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?"
and then he goes like this, and I go, no. Okay.
He does it in the Paul Heyman voice. Thank you, sir. Can I have another?
So that's the plan. So look forward to that. Hopefully the studio's done very late into next year. Just for that. But
Really.
yeah. But yes, chat, listen to us. We are on Spotify. We are on iTunes. We are on Amazon Music. We are on oh god, what are we on? Let me pull this up.
Wow, you're real professional.
We are on way more things than we were before. So we are on
We're on MySpace.
we are on Apple
We're on
Podcasts.
LinkedIn.
We are on Podbean. We are on Spotify. We are on Amazon Music and iHeartRadio. If you guys have iHeartRadio, we are on there.
Ooh.
Yes. So listen to us. Hey, iHeartRadio's from Connecticut, man. Maybe they'll let us do a live show. No, they won't. But they won't.
They won't.
But you can listen to us on there. Those are the places. We may be hitting up some more platforms soon, but that's it for now. And that's kind of all the major ones. Podbean is the free one if you guys don't have iTunes or Spotify. Amazon Music, I believe, is free also, and iHeartRadio. So if you guys don't have to pay for the other ones.
Amazon Music is not free, I don't think.
I was just.
You have to have Prime.
Oh, you have to have Prime.
Yep.
You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
if you have Prime, it's free.
So the free ones are, I'm guessing, iHeartRadio. I've listened to
Yes.
it on there without a subscription or anything. So,
Well,
just to make sure
Spotify
it
is
works.
free.
Spotify could be free as long as you don't want to listen to more than one episode in a row without an
Ah,
advertisement.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Even then, they sometimes places still play ads in beginning.
Still does it.
Some of our
I think
episodes
they-
have ads, and we make no money from it.
Yeah, I think Spotify for the paid for if you're not paying for it, it adds in the middle of the podcast a few times. But if you pay for Spotify, there's no ads.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Spotify, you fuckers.
Spotify's terrible. We can do a whole podcast on how terrible Spotify is.
We will. We will do that next time.
And we'll post it on fucking Spotify.
Yeah, you will.
The next episode will either be an anti-Spotify episode or the ladies take over. We'll find out. It's coming eventually. It'll be here. But yes, chat. Follow us on Twitter. Like I said, CFG Streams or me, official K Fabian or Gabe K Fabian. One of those. You can find me. So yeah. We'll see you guys next time. We're going to go raid someone for people here on Twitch. We're going to go raid our bestie, our best friend in the world. Polygon Princess is playing what is Polly playing right now?
I was actually just going to suggest her.
Oh, she's playing Paragon the Overprime. So let's go tell Polygon hello. We'll see you guys next week. Next week, Thursday night, we're doing EWR. Followed by Friday night, our last ever EWR stream, a week from tomorrow. So look out for that. We're ending EWR with a freaking bang before Christmas. Isn't that right, Austin?
I might show up for the last EWR stream.
Yes.
Never know.
We have a huge card lined up for both streams.
Card that we can't reveal yet.
We can't reveal shit. But when we do, you'll love it. So
yeah. No, I can reveal that on the first episode of Impact on Thursday. We'll be finding out why Miro and Matt Menard crashed the main event of the last pay-per-view.
Oh. See? Look forward to that on Thursday, chat. 7 p.m. Be there at B Square. Now go say hi to Polygon. We love you.